Alright. Okay. Let's get this shit going, boys. I need to watch this, because this was like the worst night of like everyone's life. It was amazing. Literally one of the most psychotic streams I've ever seen. Oh, boys. Alright. This is... I haven't even seen the whole thing. I'm clicking around. I've seen a little bit. But, oh god. Alright. So Tipster shows up to a Michael Alberto live stream chat. Tipster. You know the guy who's like policing Poncho? Who's like running around the community? I guess he called Augie alt-right adjacent. It was not good, chat. It did not go well, chat. It did not go well, chat. It's so Jover, bro. It is so Jover. This is like the stupidest decision he could have made. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna pull this up here. I have Michael's Odyssey up. I hope Michael doesn't take the stream down because I don't have a VOD of it, so he could totally nuke the stream right now by accident, well, on purpose. But I need to watch this with you. So this was like the first. We're gonna go right into it. I gotta be honest with you. Obviously, this means the Tipster video is probably not coming out in the next day or two. It will be coming out. I'm planning on finishing it over the weekend, but I think everyone kind of knows that when I announce a video, it's never coming out on the date that I tell you to. So just be fucking, like, I don't care. You guys are gonna watch it anyway. Enjoy it on fucking Monday or Tuesday or whatever it comes out, all right? That's fine. I'm not... Yeah, Echo of Tragedy, I'm sorry. Is this your first rodeo watching a Nick DeOrio video? Yeah, hold on. I'll just give you guys this. This is the tea, okay? We're gonna spill some tea, sister, okay? We're working, alright? Supposedly, I think Michael's making a video saying I went harder on Tipster than Zaptai. So that's gonna be... not schizophrenic at all. Those are two very similar people. Alright, guys. We're in this shit, boys. Alright?
Not only that, but I'm gonna fat shame here too.
We're in this shit.
Literally fucking earlier said I'm oozing with estrogen.
Yeah, we went from I'm not gonna upload this VOD shitting on Tipster to the Tipster video is almost ready. I'm loving it. I addressed that in the video, okay? It's addressed. I knew that would come up. It is addressed. Things have changed, okay? I think I have the clip. I'm never making a fucking video on Tipster.
Cheers, my dude. Love ya.
Things just got out of hand.
Dippy, I'm sorry.
Okay, we address it in the video, okay? But we're gonna get to the... I have to talk about this. So, like, last night there was, like, a 9/11 stream, okay? It was, like, all of Nick's worst enemies. It was, like, the Sinister Six, but they're retarded, okay? That was literally what it was. Like, Flamenco, Tipster... do we call Aiden an anti-hero? We're not friends with Aiden, but we don't hate Aiden. Lyrics appeared on this live stream. I think that was it. I think I said Flamenco. It was like the retarded Sinister Six, okay? And you need to see. So, I guess like Tipster. We're gonna find the clip of him talking about like Augie being alt-right adjacent, but this is like the best thing ever. Listen to this.
Be worth it now, but at the time when
this is our introduction to this live stream.
Debate happened, that should have been Nick and technicals. It should not have been Augie and technicals. And I want to be clear, like that's not a diss at like Augie in regards to that. Like I said, he did the best he could with the limited knowledge he had at the time.
I hate Odyssey. How do you?
When I tweeted out those clips of Zaptai, technicals actually quote tweeted it, and he even like threw out like a he wants to debate Nick. Apparently.
Okay. This is... I don't mean to make... Like, I don't have a bomb for Michael Alberto because I don't care about Michael Alberto or whatever he makes. But, like, I talked to Technicals last week. I don't know if this is, like, a nuke or anything for anybody. So, like, I know exactly where Technicals stands on, like, every issue. Like, we had a chat. Which makes this following Tipster clip much funnier.
So, I don't know.
Who does?
It's Technicals. He wants to debate Nick.
He still wants to?
He still wants to do it, and I think they should do it. I think it'd be entertaining content.
Well, I wasn't aware that's something he wanted. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess if that's what he wants, then why not?
Yeah. Laz in the chat says Nick shouldn't debate anybody.
Okay, this is the part.
he shouted at Bo Black and made him cry. Jeez.
One thing I will say that I find pretty interesting. I don't know if you remember, it was around November, maybe early December of last year. Might even been October. I don't know, but sometime late last year, I caught a lot of shit for supposedly breaking the truce. And like, I remember looking at that situation at the time, and I'm like, is this really breaking the truce? Because what I did was I quote tweeted Zero, and I made some comment about him being a pedo.
Okay. Okay, chat. Chat! What the fuck did he think the truce was? I'm so confused! Alright, I couldn't talk about this back then, but if he's gonna leak about it privately... Bro! What did he think the truce was? Like, what call was he in? Alright, okay, thank you. I'm so fucking glad the chat is saying the same shit. Because I listen to this and my brain is fucking pulsing, bro. What is he talking about?
I'm gonna fat shame here too. This fat piece of shit literally fucking earlier said I'm oozing with estrogen.
One more time.
Is this really breaking the truce? And like, I remember looking at that situation at the time, and I'm like, is this really breaking the truce? Because what I did was I quote tweeted Zero, and I made some comment about him being a pedo.
I don't know which motherfucker in this community that it was, okay? But like, I don't know. It was either Aiden or Smaggle who convinced me to talk to this guy, because I was actually like, I just thought he was too retarded to function on this given moment. All right, I actually, like, it broke my brain. What did you think we made a truce for, Tipster? Like, it was literally, you don't talk about our guy, we don't talk about your guy, and we move on and go the other way. Now, I will admit, the truce has since been broken several times, many of which by me, okay? However, I mean, I talked to Technicals this week. As far as I'm concerned, there is no truce, and I think both of us are totally okay with that, based off the conversation I had. Now, I'm not going to go there and just start leaking his dirty laundry or talking about his takes on any specific issues, but I did get permission to talk about one of them. When me and Technicals were talking this week, he actually said, and we shared a laugh about it. I know that might come as like a shocker. We shared a laugh that Tipster broke the truce immediately. Yeah. I'm not even kidding you. This is not a joke. I'm not making this up. Prior to Tipster saying this on stream, unprompted, me and Technicals, the two biggest worst enemies in the commentary community, shared a good chuckle about how retarded Tipster was in this situation. I'm not kidding. This is real. Why was Tipster in the call? I have no fucking idea why Tipster was in the call for the truce. It makes no sense. Clearly, he has like the brain of a sponge. Okay, so that was what the truce was. And it was cringe and it was stupid, but it got everybody moving on, and everyone else went on their separate ways and did other shit. It ended the blood feud. It realistically ended the debate about like harassing I guess Technical's brother and stuff like that, which was, I think it was a positive development in that regard. I understand why content creators don't like it, and I also understand why there was some criticism saying like, well, why wouldn't you keep going harder on Zero or whatever? If you believe this, Nick, why don't you go harder? And I did that fight for like 4 months or something, or like from like October to like January, all right? And at that point, like initially, there was not much support in line, but once the whole Technicals beef started or whatever in January, suddenly like everybody was on my side or whatever, and it was like, it was just kind of ridiculous. Like I already fought this for like 4 months. People were kind of like pushbacky about it or whatever, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna move on to the next thing now. I don't know, my opinion on the situation isn't gonna change it drastically. It's going to court, we'll see where it goes, and things happened, right? That's what happened. So if you don't like the truce, that's fine. I understand that. Again, me and Technicals talked it out, and we basically came to like a neutral understanding on the truce.
Not only
like
that, but
Friday,
I'm gonna fat shame here
right?
too. This fat piece of shit literally fucking earlier said I'm oozing with estrogen.
Yeah, shout out to the Unseen Zero video. I really liked it. I thought that put a lot in perspective. It was very critical of me, and it was very, very critical of Technicals. It was a very nice down the middle video. I'm very glad I didn't do an interview or be involved with that in any such way. I think it was pretty unbiased. But here's the thing, all right? One more time.
Breaking the truce. And like, I remember looking at that situation at the time, and I'm like,
wait, unfortunate event said, so you agreed to disagree. yes, we agreed that it is okay to disagree publicly. That's all that it is. So if he retweets something about Ed or attacking me or whatever, that's fine. If I retweet something like shitting on Zero, I think he's fine with that based off the conversation. That's where me and Technicals are these days.
Is this really breaking the truce? Because what I did was I quote tweeted Zero and I made some comment about him being a pedo, and so everybody said I broke the truce, and it caused like this little conflict between me and Nick at the time, to the point where Nick unfollowed me, and eventually like I got dragged into a call where they were like, "Yeah, that was part of the truce," and I'm like, I feel like it's not, but I'll just take your guys' word for it.
Dude, guys, 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 guys. Guys, I feel like it's not, and I'll just take your word for it. I was dragged into it. I don't know where the fuck Smaggle Daggle is right now, okay? But as fucking God as my witness, I was just ready to just torch the bridge, like private. Not even torch the bridge. Torch the bridge implies that there'd be some vocal shit about this whole situation. All right? I think this was my tipster breaking point, and like, yeah, he said I unfollowed him on Twitter. I 100% did that. Because this is what happened, right? I was just reading this message, and Tipster just said, like, I don't know why this is breaking the truce, when it's obviously, like, the entire concept of the truce, right? That was a whole reason we were there. And I just turned and I was like, dude, this is such a waste of my time. I think this was around the time when he was fighting with Salvo. I think this is still prior to, like, when he was offering Salvo $100 to stop making jokes about his wife. But it was, like, during Tipster's lowest moments where he was just getting bullied every single day by Salvo and Keemstar. And it was just, like, kind of difficult to watch. And he just kept walking into it and walking into it and walking into it. And I saw this happen, and I just looked at it, and I was like, man, I just don't want to engage with this at all. I would rather just, like, quietly cut ties. And I forgot if it was Smaggle or Aiden who was like, Nick, come on, just talk to him, man. Just get in that call and talk to him. Someone had to, like, coerce me. And then I took him through the whole call. Would be like, damn, homie, I didn't know that. Oh, homie, it was a big misunderstanding. Damn, homie, it was a misunderstanding. Dude, there's somebody in this fucking... I hope they recorded me ranting. This is the one time I hope someone recorded me without my consent. Because I ended up going into the call later that night, and it was just like, shit, homie, I didn't know that was what the truce was. Damn, homie. Oh, shit. And I was just, the fuck? Whoa. And I was like, yeah, that's great, Tipster. All right, that's fantastic. Yeah, it was Smaggle. I was just done, bro. I was like, this guy is so fucking stupid. He's like a liability, right? Listen to more of this.
Because I don't think I would have agreed to it if that...
I don't think I would have agreed to it. Tipster, what fucking negotiating position were you in? The chat's right. I don't even know why you were there. I don't even know what the fuck you were involved with the situation for. You were just in Technicals' video, and he made a segment laughing at you. I have no fucking clue what negotiating stay that you had.
That was part of the truce, but either way...
If that was part of it. Did he think that we saw... I'm curious. Which is a more favorable outcome, okay? To sign a truce saying that I can never be critical of a drama content creator ever again? Is that what he thought happened? Did he think he signed a contract saying he would never critique Technicals again? Or just this one random niche drama scenario that we talked about for 4 months? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm signing the niche drama scenario truce before, and again, I agree that it's cringe, but before I sign the I can never critique another drama content creator truce. That's like fucking ballistic. I'm genuinely curious what he thought the truce really was. I have no fucking idea. I'm actually blown away. Like, how could me, Augie, and Technicals and Keemstar all come away with, like, the same understanding, and then Tipster just be so obliviously stupid that he just had no idea what we were talking about?
You're making truces
in any case,
in, like, internet
in any
drama,
case,
so...
before I lose my train of thought, in any case, one of the things that I said at the time that caused Nick to unfollow me was, I was like, well, if that's the case, then Nick broke the truce a long time ago, because he talked about that shit on live streams.
So then, Tipster who got like hate from like 3 random small accounts on Twitter. I think we cracked a joke about it on Augie's stream. Immediately threw me under the bus. Immediately threw me under the... Instead of just saying, oops, lol, broke the truce, immediately threw me under the bus. And I was like, alright, yeah, this guy's too fucking stupid. Because I don't want to fucking start up a war with technicals again. I had no interest at that point in time in starting a war with technicals. Immediately throws Nick under the bus.
And so that kind of just got brushed away at the time. Well, Technicals publicly on Twitter has said that Nick was the one that broke the truce.
Technicals called me last week and said you were the first one to break the truce. We both recorded it. There is a copy of this audio. But again, I have permission from Technicals to tell you. You are wrong, Tipster.
So I was right at the time. Nick was the one that broke the truce.
You broke the truce.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So Nick was the first person.
I mean, if
to
I'm being
break the
completely
truce.
honest, I don't think. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think it's that big of a fucking deal. I mean,
Yeah, it's
in
like-
hindsight,
Why did you bring it up?
looking
who
back at the
cares?
truce, it was like a really stupid, cringy thing. Anyway, like me, I remember. Without revealing anything that was discussed in that call, because I'm not going to do that.
You just revealed everything! What are you talking about?
I do remember at one point saying, "I don't even know why I'm here
Yes! Yes, I have no idea why you're there!
in this call because I haven't really said anything. I never covered this situation on
Wait,
my
hold
channel."
on, stop talking for a second. This is gonna get
He's gone self-aware, folks! He figured it out!
clipped. I'm not wearing the zap tie costume. Hold on. So they're forced to play it on all the streams.
God.
Okay, Tipster, continue.
But no,
is great.
I remember saying, like, I don't know why I'm in this call because I never really covered this situation on my channel. The most I did was make some memes. Like, I got into, like, doing these meme edit Twitter videos at the time. And so I was like, I remember I made this meme video of, like, there was these videos of bridges burning in the background, and it's all the tweets kind of scrolling in front of it of them, like, fighting over this whole shit. So, like, but otherwise, I never really chimed in too much on that situation. So I remember at the time being...
Honestly, I think Technicals did a great segment on Tipster. I think that it was one of the best, in fact, actually. I think Technicals' best part of that video is on Tipster.
Like, I don't even know I'm in this call.
So you regret doing the truce? I think doing truces and online drama is like
I
really
wouldn't say.
dumb.
I wouldn't
'Cause
say.
nobody respects it. You know, I do like this.
I wouldn't say I regret it. It's just
Wait, why don't you regret it? You don't even know what you signed.
I didn't see the point in it.
Wait, I don't know if I regret it. I just don't know why I did it. Like, this guy is, like, fucking floating through life, like, on a cloud.
You know, I do this truce with like DeOrio, and like he like broke it within like 2 days. Within like 2 days. So it's just like, all right, never do truces in online drama because nobody respects it. Nobody respects it anyway. So it's like fuck it. You just somebody. The thing with internet drama, because I remember that went on forever.
So this VOD, now that we've talked about, like, just kind of what it is, it's 3 hours of, like, autism. Just, like, straight up autism. I don't know where is a good point to jump in, to be honest, because I obviously haven't stamped it. But, like, at about this point, Tipster comes on and vents like an idiot, all right? At about this point, Aiden Projects joins the call, okay? Chat, honestly, just start fucking throwing out, like, what you want to hear based off what I'm giving you the table of contents. Tell me what you want to hear, all right? At this point, Tipster joins the call. We can watch all about Tipster. At about this point, Aiden Projects joins the call and then goes on the is Augie an alt-writer tangent and stuff like that and debates Tipster on that, okay? Around, I guess, here, I think Lyrics joins the call and, like, steamrolls Michael. And then around this point here, Flamenco calls in and debates Michael on, like, whether he's a pedophile. Okay, there's a lot here. What do you guys want to watch? Okay. We got the commentary community fireside chat, so I assume that's the Lyrics. This is the real LolCow podcast, true. We got Aiden, Flamenco, Lyrics, Goth Mommy discussion. Jesus, we are all over the place right now. I know I'm a brave soul for streaming this to Twitch, but we only have like an hour. I'm not going to be streaming this all day. I just wanted to get the Tipster stuff out of the way because that was just one of the stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. Like, he doesn't even know what the truce was, so I wanted to talk about that. But otherwise, I have no issue with covering any of this other stuff. Larix, Aiden. God, can I do a poll? Is there a poll option? We'll poll it, chat. We'll polis. You know, we're polis right now. We're polising. I think DeOrio. You've collected all the level 1 emotes. Are people gifting? I'm so confused. Let me see. Chat highlights, mod view, turn on shield mode. No, what the fuck is shield mode? Is shield mode cuck mode, chat? Is that like when you turn into Keffals and you let people bang your partner? Oh god, did you hear that one? If I had time, I'd play that one too. Start a prediction. Manage polls. We have a poll. Create a new poll. Okay. Question. Topic 1. Tipster. General. Tipster. Aiden. Larix. And Flamenco. There you go. No additional votes. We have way too many channel points. 1 minute. You have 1 minute. Poll begun. Oh, you know, maybe I'll play the Keffals clip. I'll play the Keffals clip. Because we have 1 minute. This is your post oh, here it is.
I had to have this argument with chat because, like, I'm not a cuck. So first of all, I'm not a cuck tip.
Wait, what?
But I have been in a relationship where I watched my partner have sex with another person. But I'm not a cuck. It's like I'm not in. You're
Sneeko. You're literally Sneeko right now.
I'm not into it because like it's something that I can't have. I just like watching people fuck. I had to have this argument.
And dude, John Swan made this.
I have something to confess. I know this might.
This is AI, by the way, chat. Be prepared.
Come as a shock to some.
This part, not that part.
Of you, and I don't want you to lose your minds over this. So try and stay calm. But last night, I had my first cuck experience. Thank you. I have to say, it was one of the most sensual and rewarding experiences I've ever had. You know what I mean? Like, this was insanely hot in all aspects. I was talking to my wife recently about, spicing things up in the bedroom. And that's when we started talking about cucking and me getting cucked. I thought, hey, what's the harm in trying, I was initially turned on to the idea by Keffals, actually.
Oh!
We were just talking about our sex lives, as all friends do, right?
Oh!
Like, everybody does that. So we got to talking, and she was like, hey, have you ever tried being cucked? And I thought that sounded very interesting. So we talked even more, and she eventually convinced me to go to my wife about it. So shout out to Keffals. Chat, I have something to confess.
Oh shit!
John Swan predicts another one correct, chat. John Swan predicts another one correctly. That one was AI, but the prediction was AI. John predicted that Keffals was a cuck, and it appeared that it was actually true. All right, chat. What's the poll say? View results. Tipster and Aiden. All right, let's find the timestamp.
Lolicon and shit like that.
Oh God, that's a good start, chat. That's a good start.
It'd be worth it now, but at the time being like
online, yes.
It's like those. He has like the same haircut.
Why does he? Is this the? No, that's Cog. Oh God, he sounds just like the Feezer guy. Someone else wrote that to me today, and it's so true.
It was like a 15-to-1 ratio. It was a really. It doesn't seem like it worked out.
Yeah, it's just to travel there.
I've been wanting to.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
really concede. I said that on Twitter, and in my opinion, that just makes him.
No, it's gotta be here.
So I guess we'll screenshot of. In regard.
Okay, here it is.
Let's put someone between a rock and a hard. I think it has more to do with his community that he's built around his content. But yeah, to some degree, yeah, sure.
And that community in particular, what is
our 10-year anniversary? I think hard liquor anymore, but when I was a hard liquor guy.
Oh God, he's talking about the alcohol. I haven't heard any of this yet. I gotta be honest with you. We're experiencing this for the first time.
Thing is, when you do drama streams, you just pick it up from like where you left off the day before. He would reiterate the whole drama every day. So it was so funny watching.
I can understand doing like a little recap to kind of catch people up, but like if you're gonna go through it, like
he would go through, like he would write. He had like a huge script. So like the new development would be like something with Jane McNeil, and like he would go live again or something. I don't.
Internet at all.
Pedophiles crack 20 years old.
An old fart, man. Get like Japanese like that.
Yeah, but in the normal chat. But if What was that clip I saw you?
I
No,
think we
why
just
do they all-
I'm about to celebrate our 10-year anniversary in October.
Wait, why is he calling Michael to talk about his 10-year marriage anniversary?
So
Yeah,
we're doing just fine.
We're doing just fine, guys. I'm on my 10-year marriage anniversary. This is so fucking tragic.
I'll let you in a second, Aiden. I literally have the create new DM.
Okay, here
button
comes
open. I
Aiden.
just want to get to this point. Yeah, it's just so weird to me. Like, I get making.
Coltrane, I don't drink hard liquor anymore. Tipster 1 month ago drank an entire bottle of Ciroc and said, "Thanks to Nick for telling me about Ciroc." Wait, is that true? Is that true?
Jokes, like if somebody makes like a joke that like you're cheating on your wife, but it's just like a joke and like they're not actually serious about it, it's like that's like, who cares? Because like your wife knows that like you're not like cheating on her, you're just like joking around with e-girls or whatever. But it's like this weird moral grandstanding. I've noticed these people. I'm sure you've noticed this more than me because you're the one dealing with it. But I just think it's so funny that like.
By the way, Michael just fucking hates me. He admits later on in the stream that he's just like, Nick has quote unquote lied about me. So what I want to do is I just want to like go after Zaptai, or in this case, bring on Tipster. There is like no correlation between any of the issues Michael has with me and like Tipster coming on the stream. He's quite literally just there because Michael is like insanely schizophrenic and spite driven, and it's amazing.
When
he looks crazy. I had multiple people DM me that he looked coked out yesterday, or like cracked out.
Really started like getting into the trenches for you. It was you posted like porn or something, but then somebody tried to say that was revenge porn, and then the girl like clarified it, right? And then they changed the narrative, and then I was like, well, he's looking at porn while he's married.
Oh, thank you for the 100 bits. Happy birthday, Augie. If anyone feels the need to donate on Augie's birthday, I'm very happy to accept.
To a woman, and that's cheating.
Well,
you remember
what it was is like they were lewds. She was an OnlyFans girl, and so she would post like not like full on like porn.
Oh God, where is Aiden?
That's
girls like it caught
too.
Okay, here he is.
Yo,
it's been a while,
what's
Aiden.
Up, boys?
What's up?
Long time no speak, Tipster. I'm just here.
Context, boys, because I know all the lore. All right. I'm watching Breaking Bad while this is happening, and Aiden frantically DMs me. He goes, "Nick, I know nothing about Tipster. Give me a talking point." I swear to God that happened. Okay. And I was just like, "No, fuck you. I'm watching Breaking Bad." And he's just like, "Come on, Nick, just give me one talking point." And I just like threw something.
Here to talk, not here to be toxic, not here to start shit.
I was gonna make it.
He was totally here to be toxic and totally here to start shit.
All right.
I just want
Breaking Bad reference? No, I was really watching Breaking Bad. Like actually watching Breaking Bad.
to like ask something.
I still haven't seen the end of the show. I'm on season 5. Don't spoil it for me.
Maybe 2 things, if that's okay. I think, my $20 should get me at least 2 questions. So I understand why you left commentary, right? You don't want to associate with toxic people. I've considered it myself a few times, probably. But when you say you don't want to associate with toxic people and then call yourself friends with Jalen, you don't consider Jalen to be toxic, correct?
I think she engages in behavior that I disagree with. I'll say that much.
Why is he dancing around the first question, chat? Do you think Jalen is toxic? Well, there is some behavior that I don't necessarily agree with. However,
as far as to like call her like toxic, but like she definitely does some things that I don't agree with, if that makes sense.
Like calling for genocide and stuff. Like, would you?
Okay, whoa! Or maybe Aiden didn't need any help. Okay.
Definitely does some things that I don't agree with, if that makes sense.
Like calling for genocide and stuff. Like, would you consider that to be like?
Yeah, I don't agree with that one.
And Tipster didn't even like flinch. She's like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say they're toxic, but that's like
fucking earlier said I'm oozing with estrogen.
Thank you for the donut. I'll read them all at the end.
She does that kind of stuff, or like even like
I don't necessarily agree with genocide, all right, but the Uyghurs.
I understand she has like a pretty deep feud with like Izzy. I don't agree with her calling Izzy the N-word, for example. I don't think she should be doing that. If anything, like at the very least, it brings her more trouble than it's worth. So no, I don't agree with everything she does.
Okay. And this is kind of a follow-up to that, and then I'll ask my second question. So technically it's going to be like 3, but the Boblax bridge, was that burned over the Throbbing Horsecock account?
No. I had basically told him that I didn't like being dragged into drama between two of my
Just to be clear, Tipster was not dragged into the drama. Tipster actively antagonized the drama.
friends. I think you can
He's lying through his teeth here.
understand how that would put someone between a rock and a hard place when like two of your friends are like arguing and like one of them is trying to like get you involved.
No, two of your friends are arguing. One of your friends is smearing the other one of your friends as a sexual harasser. Like, right in front of you.
And so like I kind of let him know that.
But the problem is Tipster became friends with like the worst person online and immediately just never wanted anyone to ask questions about it ever.
I didn't want that. And, you know, I thought we had.
By the way, is he being dragged into this chat? Would you say that Tipster is being dragged into anything on Michael Alberto's Fuck Nick DeOrio live stream? Out of curiosity, biggest victim in the community, Tipster. Do you think that Tipster has been dragged into this live stream, chat? Did we make him do it?
Had an understanding of it after our conversation on the stream and after I like helped him and Keffels kind of sort out their misunderstanding. But then the very next day he did it again. And so that's kind of like what upset me. The one thing I will say is I think the Bo Black situation could have been handled better.
Shocker. Shocker. There's never like, I fucked up the Bo Black situation. There's like, well, we could have handled that better, and Jalen's not necessarily toxic. Jalen just has a few, like, microaggressions that I've witnessed, like, you know, like genocide and calling black people the N-word. Just a real shame. All around bad stuff. Why does bad things happen to good people?
And I do have my regrets in a lot of that situation. But yeah, that's kind of what it came down to.
Okay, fair enough.
It basically, like, I established a boundary with him, and I felt like that boundary was
Why is Michael in a furry costume? He wanted to appear, like, more in line with his future guest, Flamenco. He wanted to make sure Flamenco felt comfortable.
violated. So that's kind of
So, in your mind, like, one of the toxic people you consider in the community would be, like, Augie, right?
Uh-oh!
To some degree, yeah. I think it has more to do with his community that he's built around his content. But yeah, to some degree, yeah, sure.
And that community in particular, what is it about them that makes them toxic?
I think they engage in like a lot of brigading and like shit where like it kind of goes too far. You know, like it's one thing to like be critical of people, like that's totally fine. Like obviously, like I do content where I'm
Tipster wanted to like silently walk away from the community without anybody saying anything, but as he like slammed the fucking door, he's like, by the way, guys, Keffels based. By the way, guys, community harassers. By the way, guys, brigading happens all the time. Wait, why are people not letting me go? I don't understand. I just wanted to leave quietly. Why are people saying these things about me? What happened? Why are they being so toxic? By the way, everybody I ever hung out with, pieces of shit.
I'm critical of people.
They DM'd my wife.
But I think when you're doing something that's like encouraging your audience to engage in like brigading and legitimate forms of like fucking with people, I think that's where it goes too far. And I think that Augie, maybe that's not his intention to encourage his audience to be engaged in that kind of stuff.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
Brigading and legitimate forms of like fucking with people.
Brigading as a legitimate form of fucking with people.
I think that's where it goes too far.
I think that's where it goes too far.
And I think that Augie, maybe that's not his intention to.
But it's not his intention to legitimately use brigading as a form of harassment. What? What are you fucking saying? You don't even know what you're saying.
Encourage his audience to be engaged in that kind of stuff. But I think he's also aware that that happens, and he just kind of turns a blind eye to it.
Wait, so Augie is accidentally brigading people, and he's turning a blind eye to the brigading he didn't intentionally inflict? What the fuck does that mean, Tipster? How do you accidentally brigade somebody? Wait, oh, I know what it is. Did you say something stupid, and then a bunch of people went in your chat and said you're a fucking idiot? Oh, is that what happened? Oh, I forgot. So the unintentional Augie brigade is whenever Tipster fucks up and people go in his chat and tell him he's an idiot. That's the toxicity. Alex fucking Gekmo strikes again, chat. Alex Gekmo claims another scalp today. Augie, why are you not fucking stopping Spondyle from being mean to me on Twitter? This guy is a lolcow.
Okay, and would you agree with what Keffels has said about him? Like, it's problematic that he's like alt-right adjacent.
Yeah, actually.
He's
to some
not. I
degree.
would. He's not. He's not. Hold on.
Where I have a thought before you speak, Michael. So, do you know whose stream you're on?
Okay. All right, chat. Chat. Okay. I understand that's a lot to unpack there. We have to go back. I understand you need to hear it again. I see the replies. I see it.
Yeah, actually.
Wait.
Problematic that he's like alt-right adjacent.
Yeah, actually.
He's
to some
not. I would.
degree.
He's not. He's not. Hold on.
Where I have a thought before you speak, Michael. So, do you know whose stream you're on right now, out of curiosity?
I do know. Yeah.
So, if you're on the stream of Michael Alberto, who gained prominence through his association with America First, would that not make you alt-right adjacent now as well?
I don't think so. No.
So, Tipster mad at me, all right, mad at the internet, goes on a live stream with Michael, mad at me, mad at the internet, to cope and seethe and mauled about me, okay? With the guy, keep in mind, Michael Alberto disgraced America First, can't show his face on premise anymore, think he's too much of a loser to stream on Cozy. He lost all of his friends, all right? The remaining Michael Alberto supporters are like the excess from Salvo's old Discord server and like the niche community of schizos who like hate Ethan Ralph but also kind of don't like Nick Fuentes. He has like nothing. He's got no market share right now. All right, but that's where he comes from. America First, adjacent by far. Alt-right adjacent would be a correct terminology to describe him. And Tipster does not understand the hypocrisy.
Prominence through his association with America First. Would that not make you alt-right adjacent now as well?
I don't think so. No. I agreed to have a conversation with Michael on stream at some point, and so I'm keeping my word.
So what is it?
I like how Tipster kind of throws Michael under the bus. He's like, listen, I agreed. I guess I have to keep my word. I couldn't tell the guy that, like, I'm implying that I do believe he's a Nazi. All right. Now, chat, we're going to play that one more time. But now, because Michael took it off stream, you can't see the chat anymore.
Now
I'm going to
as
replace
well?
it. All right. This is what was in chat.
I don't think so. No. I agreed to have a conversation.
You want to hear Tipster explain
You're
it?
on right now, out of curiosity.
I do know. Yeah.
So
I'm simulating the chat,
if
guys.
you're on the stream of Michael Alberto, who
I'm simulating
gained
the chat. This
prominence
is what
through
the
his
chat looked
association
like.
with America First, would that not make you alt-right adjacent now as well?
I don't think so. No.
This is
I
what the
agreed to
chat
have
was
a conversation
saying
with Michael
when
on
he was
stream at some
talking.
point, and
This
so
is what the
I'm
chat was
keeping my
saying
word.
while he's
So what is it-
explaining
I would do
this.
that.
So what does adjacent mean?
I mean, I think Augie mingles with quite a few people on that, perspective. No.
Yeah, Aiden, you have a cozy
like-
channel too, by the way.
Yeah.
I got
sure,
him that
sure.
channel, by the way.
Dude,
Remember-
Tipster latches on. Yes, okay. Oh, you have one too. You have one too. It's okay. Aiden's also a Nazi. It's fine. It's
That
fine.
exists.
Are you and Augie not friends anymore?
Me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, we were never really friends. We just would stream together.
Wait, Augie and Michael were never even friends? You guys planned a vacation together. What are you talking about? Are you out of your fucking mind? Wait, so you guys were just going to fucking VidCon together? Like, you were gonna stay in his fucking Airbnb with Tom, but you guys were never friends? What?
Me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, we were never really friends. We just would stream together. I don't have an issue with him.
Okay, so in order for one to be like alt-right adjacent, you'd say they'd have to associate with like multiple members of the alt-right.
Well, Tipster, I disagree with your assertion.
I want
that,
let Tipster answer. Hold on. I gave $20. Let Tipster.
You're
Well,
really
yeah.
milking this 20 bucks.
To answer your question, yeah, I would say so. Or at the very least, in the past, he's definitely associated with people who are alt-right. Yeah.
Like,
Dude, he's like so timid because he knows he fucked up. He's like, yeah, man, I think he did that in the past and he associated with a few alt-righters. Bro, just say like, yeah, Augie was the co-host of the kill stream. At that point, he might have been alt-right adjacent or something like that. Or I don't know. There are like such easy answers for this, but obviously Augie's not alt-right adjacent. Obviously he's not like, like that he's like a fucking alt-righter or something, the way that Keffels is portraying him. At least not currently. That's insane.
like Fuentes.
Fuentes, in the past, he's been friendly, like on friendly
Yeah, Destiny's alt-right, by the way, according to this logic, because he associates with alt-righters.
terms with people like Ethan Ralph, for example, just to name a couple. Yeah, sure.
Okay, and even though he doesn't actively, like, him and Ralph burned the bridge, like, while you guys were still friends. So really, when the alt-right adjacent criticism happened, he had only been semi.
That's the other thing. Is that, yeah, Augie was theoretically, by this definition, more alt-right adjacent when Tipster was friends with him and he said nothing. At all. First they came for Augie, but I said nothing because I didn't care about the alt-right. Then Keffels came for Augie, and I cared because Keffels is a woman.
Speaking to maybe one person we could argue who is alt-right, which would be Fuentes, and even with Fuentes, I think they've only.
I don't even think it's
twice.
arguable. I think it's pretty much that's pretty much confirmed at this point.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what's
Yeah.
confirmed?
So if Augie was only talking to one person on the alt-right during the alt-right adjacent claim, and right now you're on the stream of a single alt-righter.
Wait, didn't Destiny shag Lauren Southern? By that logic, he would technically be right-wing? Well, yeah, right-wing is sexually transmitted. So
Not all
Then-
right.
we have
That's
to
not
talk
true.
about sex in a minute. This is gonna be good, guys.
That's slander.
Okay.
I think Michael Alberto's a conservative. I wouldn't say he's
Yeah.
all right. Now, how is he associated with people from the alt-right in the past? Sure, but
Well,
my
I
understanding is-
wouldn't even say like Fuentes is like alt-right or any.
You're retarded. You're actually fucking retarded. Holy shit. How does this kid
Those
function?
people.
Yeah, I would disagree. with you on
wait,
that one.
wait,
I would
wait.
disagree with you. On that one.
Wait. So what do we consider alt?
Dude, that was such a retarded statement. Tipster caught on. Did you hear that? Like, Tipster was even aware that Michael said something stupid. That's how dumb that was.
Right.
Alt-right doesn't
I would wa-
exist
I-
anymore. The alt-right movement's been dead for years. Does anybody listen to like Richard Spencer anymore? Nobody cares about Richard Spencer.
Okay, so Michael, do you think that we should maintain a white majority in the United States, and right now, like, the amount of non-white immigration is troubling?
Not gonna comment on that 'cause
Yeah, okay.
we're on YouTube, but
Okay,
my
this is
God.
Tipster. So Tipster, this is
Oh,
Tipster, my point
no!
is, this is who you are adjacent to.
This is who you ran to talk about me! Oh, no!
I feel like
okay. Hold on. Let me clear this up for both of you. Okay, let me because both of you are just talking.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking Aiden the knife here tonight. Holy shit!
Okay, so Augie is not like alt-right adjacent. He has like a cozy TV channel. You know, who really cares? So I wouldn't.
Probably the federal government at this point. I bet you're all being investigated. Why'd you ban Kino Shea? What did Kino Shea even say? He hates flamenco. Unban Kino Shea. If you're gonna ban him, time him out, okay?
call him alt-right adjacent. If you want to say he's right
Because I want him around.
wing, yeah, that's fair. He's Catholic. He's right wing. I don't think it really matters though, considering he just makes drama content. But in regards to me, I'm not alt-right.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, Tipster said he agrees with Keffel's comment towards Augie that it's problematic that he's alt-right adjacent, right?
Well, I think that's like an extrapolation of like the reality. I think what Tipster's trying to say here. And
Well, like,
Tipster
even if
can
you look
correct
at
me if I'm wrong, which is that Augie is kind of right wing and he associates with people who are.
Well, even if you
Toxic.
look at someone even if you look at someone more recently like Poncho, like he's definitely getting to that like.
Uh-oh! Alright, it took Tipster about 20 minutes, but he thought of another point. Point number 2, Augie's friends with Poncho. Poncho is comparing trans people to the Jewish question.
Area, right? Like he's getting pretty close up to that line with some of the rhetoric he's been talking about lately.
How will Aiden react?
I mean, he literally JQ'd the origins of trans people. I mean, what the fuck are you supposed to take away from that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, but I don't think Augie's friends with Poncho.
I mean, are they not?
I don't think I've ever have they. No, I don't think they're friends.
I mean, they're pretty friendly though. No, like pretty close.
Yeah, but the clip you're referring to of like Poncho talking about like the JQ origins of like the trans question, which I actually spoke to Poncho about, like, I believe it was yesterday. That's like one obscure clip, and the only reason that I was able to find it was on like some like 15 follower Twitter account. Like nobody was
By the
making
way,
this clip.
I need to address something to you while they're talking about this part. Somebody asked me in the past about wait, what is this? Oh God. Oh God. Oh Jesus. This is what the fuck. Oh Jesus Christ, dude. This guy is a fucking lolcow. Chris, why would you send this to me? You're grossing me out. Holy shit. Alright. Wireless, I'm currently pulling this up. I need to address one of the Alberto claims of us. So I was unaware why Alberto said we were friendly in the past, alright? Because in my interactions or whatever, I was unaware that we were actually friends. And you know, like, I just remember him being like, hey, Nick, come on my stream. And I'm like, no. And he'd be like, hey, Nick, come on my stream. And I'd be like, no. Hey, Nick, come on my stream. And I'd be like, no. And I thought that was like the whole interaction. And I didn't realize that we were actually super good friends. So I do want to play a little bit more of this. But as we're playing it, I need to debunk these allegations, okay? Because actually, I have to come clean, to be honest, because I fucked this story up.
Stream. So I highly doubt even Augie knew about it.
Yeah, that clip was on his actual live stream, the one where he was like responding to me. It's still public on his channel.
And how long was that stream?
That stream, I want to say it was like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Okay, so
Okay. So, by the rules of Flamenco, we were actually really good friends. Because Flamenco's rules are that if you respond to a Merry Christmas message, that you are friends with somebody. So I just wanted to prove this to you, okay? Unfortunately, the allegations are true. Me and Michael were friends, and I did backstab him, okay? I just want everyone to be aware. My sincerest apologies to Michael for breaking this friendship down, all right? This was it. This was it.
I don't think that Augie... I don't really think that we can confirm if Augie saw it or not.
And to be fair, I feel like that's a completely different argument. But like, yeah, it's definitely possible that Augie didn't see that clip. I think that's a fair point.
But you don't.
But Augie did say he is aware of some of the arguments he's having, especially in regards to like trans people, and he has had conversations with Poncho about, are you prepared to be challenged on these ideas? So Augie was to some extent aware of Poncho's beliefs. No,
about trans people.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But if we're talking about like the alt-right specifically, right?
All right, let's get to the end of this convo.
They're like pretty prominent.
Maybe the average like normie
On being on the stream would not make you alt-right adjacent. Is that what you're trying to? So, if we're talking about alt-right adjacency, though, on being on the stream would not make you alt-right adjacent. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean,
Even if
I don't
Tipster,
think
wait,
so.
hold on, Tipster. Let me answer this for you.
Tipster, stand down. Michael's gonna come in and explain it away.
Question was directed at Tipster, actually.
So yeah, I'll answer it really quickly.
That
I don't think so, but I mean,
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't think so. But I mean, if you want to give that criticism, I suppose that's a fair criticism from your perspective.
But I just want to say it. Adjacency like isn't like, even if like Tipster came onto a stream to debate like fucking Richard Spencer or like David Duke or something, like that wouldn't make him like alt-right adjacent. That's not how that works. It's Keffels,
Yeah. I feel like you have to.
Wait, how is Tipster agreeing with this? Wait, how the fuck is Tipster agreeing with this?
like alt-right adjacent. That's not how that works.
You can wait. So Tipster thinks that Augie's alt-right adjacent because he had Poncho on stream, but Michael says you're not alt-right adjacent if you do streams with David Duke.
Whoa! Spencer, like David Duke or something, like that wouldn't make him like alt-right adjacent. That's not how that works. Is Keffels,
I feel like you have to.
If Keffels is Keffels alt-right adjacent because like she's spoken to me before, like that's the you would be like you would be a lunatic to like suggest that.
What the
but she wasn't
fuck?
speaking, and she just called in.
Dude, Tipster is just the
stream.
dumbest person on the
It wasn't on.
You about it on her stream to like hunt
token Nazi.
Criticizing people for alt-right adjacency simply because they interact.
Not to mention that Keffels has literally been on stream with Augie in like a casual tone multiple times, talking about like your situation with Destiny and stuff on my show. So like,
well,
I think
Augie goes a little bit more than just like interacting, but it's like, you know, it's
yeah,
like,
I feel like
who really
this,
cares.
I
That's
feel like
just my
to be
position.
truly alt-right adjacent, you have to have like some level of like where you agree to some extent to what they're saying. Maybe not with every opinion, but to some degree you agree with them.
About anything?
I don't know. Maybe I guess.
I'll be a devil's advocate and say it's because they're friendly and it's not a debate. But Keffels was friendly with like all of us. She tried to be friendly with Bo Blacks. She tried to be friendly with Tom. She was friendly with Alberto. Like Alberto and her like had one call in a friendly manner or whatever.
Like,
Hold on.
where would you what in agreement with the
At least I think so. That could be incorrect, but I believe that's the case.
all right? Where would you draw the line?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't come here to answer these kinds of questions. I came here to just kind of shoot the shit.
Yeah, this is just turning into a debate. Okay, so let me.
Yeah, it's
let me
literally
wrap
just
this.
Tipster had no idea what he was walking into when fucking Michael goes on stream dressed as Zaptai to talk to Tipster. Had no idea what he was going to be questioned on.
casual fucking stream.
Just a casual stream. Maybe he is that retarded because I know he's extremely dumb. But like,
Kind of try to wrap this up. So Augie is, I wouldn't say he's alt-right adjacent at all. If you want to say he's right-wing adjacent, I think that's totally fair. I think it's pretty obvious Augie holds right-wing beliefs. He's Catholic. I don't think that's controversial to say at all. And there's more to that, but I'm not going to go into it.
Last thing, and then I'll promise no more debates. So. The last thing I want to say is you kind of opened this door. Associating with Poncho is kind of problematic for like the trans shit, right? But like,
yeah, absolutely.
And we're talking about Jalen.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just so confident when he hears Poncho's name that he doesn't remember. Like, there's going to be a follow up to that sentence.
And like calling black people the N word and like talking about gassing the G's.
You didn't have to.
Would that not
say
be?
That,
I
all right.
didn't have to say what.
Wait, you didn't have to say it like that. But okay.
I didn't have to quote somebody. I don't think that's against YouTube TOS. We
just like to play it safe over here. But,
yeah. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. But if we're talking in that regard, would that not be just as problematic?
I mean, if that's a criticism you have, I guess it's a fair criticism.
Okay, okay.
I mean, I feel at the end of the day, like, when it comes to like Jalen, like
at the end of the day,
like I said before, I don't agree with everything she does. In fact, I've been very critical of her behind the scenes when she does these things. That, like, you shouldn't be doing this shit. Like, what's the matter with you? So, like, to act like it's just like, oh,
dude, Tipster turns into a politician every time he's asked about his friends. It's so funny.
Hey, me and Jalen are cool, and so I just like give her a pass for everything she does. Absolutely not. We have these conversations.
Someone just DM me. At the end of the day, yeah, this is all these guys do. Is they just it's so pandery.
But they happen behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. But you would consider yourself adjacent to Jalen?
I mean, we're friendly, so.
So yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so you're adjacent to somebody that calls black people the N-word?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. See you.
Dude, Aiden has grown into such a competent fucking debater on topics he knows nothing about. He can like show up without any knowledge on any subject to the dumbest people possible and still put out like an interesting conversation. I don't think that would work on everybody, but I mean, Jesus Christ. Like first flamenco, then tipster. Imagine if he took on someone with like a normal average IQ. Holy shit, has this been fucking great. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. How could... I'll read it, but I'm not going to say who wrote it. How could Tipster even criticize anyone for anything when his own friends like Jalen are 10 times more insane? Like, he is not in the position to talk about anyone unless he's, like, blowing up Jalen every single day. Yeah, I agree. I don't know how Tipster goes about that. It's, like, insane. Yeah. That's just... It's great. So, chat, where are we going from here? I'll do one more subject. It's either going to be... Michael or Flamenco. I'm a little nervous to cover Flamenco. I'm going to be honest with you because I don't really know what happens in that segment. I haven't seen the whole thing. I was out of the stream by that point. But I will play this clip, so maybe we will do some of the Michael lyrics combo. But this thing right here is brutal. Listen to this audio bite, okay, chat? So I guess... here's the context. Flamenco came into the stream because he was upset that Michael was like getting mad at Nick for being a known liar, by the way. Apparently I'm a known liar, okay? But they're okay with like smearing Flamenco as a pedophile, somebody who said he has no problem with people who jerk off to lolicon. That was Flamenco's words, not mine. Okay, so okay, this is his argument. He gets on there to debate his porn history with Michael Alberto yet again.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, people were fucking chimping out about this character from Skullgirls, calling this a lolly. So I don't know. Does that look like a lolly to you, dude?
Let me
so at this point, Flamenco sends Michael, I guess, like a depiction of something or whatever. It's not like overly lewd or anything like that based on what was on the stream, but Michael felt confident enough to show it on stream. So it's not like he's showing him like a fucking naked child or anything. I just wanted to establish that. And all of this is drawn. This is a lolicon allegation.
Sure. Looks kind of more chibi-esque. Let me pull it up for the stream, so they can see what we and you are viewing right now. Kind of just looks like a chibi character. It looks like there's like breasts there, so wouldn't call it a lolly per se.
Well, that's it. That character's 16. You're a pedophile now.
Oh God. Oh. Yep. That's him. You're probably wondering how Flamenco got himself into the pedophile gotcha on Michael Alberto's live stream. Holy fuck. It's bad. It's bad. It is a bad conversation. Flamenco is a bad debater, which is why it's even funnier that their combo is pretty neutral, I guess. I'll play the clip from Kino Shea's Twitter, because I think that one was safe, but I don't know what else they talk about in here, and we are on Twitch, so...
Not only that, but I'm gonna fat shame here too. This fat piece of shit literally fucking earlier said I'm oozing with estrogen.
Is this it? So this is them debating. If it will load. I love Twitter. Elon, you're doing such a good job. Dude, why does Kino Shea got this bomb music, bro? Oh, that's not safe. 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 Oh fuck. Oh boy, we saved it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. No, we're safe, chat. We saved ourselves. We did. Okay, we're good. We're good, chat. We're good. Oh boy, I fucking at the last second. Oh baby, we almost just blew that. Holy shit. All right. My bad. I don't know why I thought. Okay, I was told by Smaggle the flam call is safe. Okay, we just kept ourselves safe. Oh boy, that was a close one.
I was ironing them out. Wait, I'm actually having trouble. Can you mute your mic on Discord? Just because I'm thinking like you're talking to me. I'm trying.
I also really don't have anything else to say to Aiden. He's already like admitted that he'll just lie whenever it's convenient for him.
What is he talking? I'm sorry. This is so bad.
I was ironing them out.
Oh, okay. We'll watch it. I'll stay for a little
longer,
chat.
Well, yeah. Also, I am mainly focusing on Zaptai. That's why they're trying to like turn this into like, oh, he's mad about this. Retweet. Like that's why they're trying to turn it into that. They're trying to get away from the main point.
No, there's no getting away from the main point, Michael. You yourself are not a threat to anybody. You're probably a threat to yourself, and then I guess the FBI would check into your gun situation. That's at most the biggest threat you'll ever be. I'm not running away from the Zaptai conversation. I've had the Zaptai conversation for 4 years. Nobody thinks that guy's a fucking pedophile. I'm pretty sure you yourself have told Tom that you don't think that guy's a fucking pedophile. You're quite literally only talking about Zaptai and trying to, like, make the arguments nobody's ever presented before for the fucking 5th year in a row because you're mad at me. Because you're mad that you got thrown out of the VidCon house and you're, like, crying on stream every day, pretending everybody's lying about you or everyone's out to get you. The issue is, you don't really have many friends left, and that's really it. That's kind of the problem. So, I'm fine with addressing that head on.
The video, which is I don't like Zaptai, and I think Nick's videos on him suck, and I'm gonna pick them to pieces. That's like my whole point.
So I think Flamenco comes in.
I'm fucking done reading the chat. Whoa! Didn't Josh Moon interview Zaptai?
Like, I'm pretty sure Technicals doesn't even think that Zaptai is a pedophile, and he's like the one you're emulating your whole persona on.
Just about. I guess we'll talk to Flamenco. I guess we'll hear out Flamenco. We'll hear what he wants to say. No, actually, fuck it. I'll call both of them. Who cares?
By the way, at this point, Smaggle messaged me. Supposedly, Michael called me and Flamenco, but he never called me. That was a lie. I was unaware that this call was even happening.
Well, we'll call both of them. Who cares? When you flam. Want to talk to Tips or something?
I mean, yeah, I was just wanting to ask him something, but I don't know. I guess it's his choice, I guess.
Dude, I know this is overstated, and everyone knows what I'm about to say. Why does Flamenco do this to himself? He's quite literally trapped last year. He's in the same position he was in. He hasn't changed at all whatsoever. He's still the same person in the same moment, sunlocked on this one fucking thing, and he just digs himself into a deeper hole. There's a reason why shovels are one of the top forms of fucking death in the country or whatever. People digging and hitting power lines. This guy hits a power line once a week and then shrugs it off and just keeps fucking digging. It's insane.
Do you want to ask him?
He's stuck in a loop. I don't think Anne of War was this crazy about Destiny. And this guy is literally just trying to gulp my dick. It's so weird.
Oh, I already asked him in the chat. I'm just asking his grievances with Augie and Nick, and I'm wondering what he expects different from somebody like Keffels, who doesn't strike me as a person who has a lot of loyalty towards people they call friends.
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with that. I've told him that, I don't trust Keffels at all, but, that's his prerogative. He wants to try to get into the left-wing streaming sphere, and he has somebody who's popular who's willing to help him out and help him get out of, I guess, his old community.
Is Keffels even popular in the left-wing streaming sphere? Is that even, a correct statement? As far as I know, they distance themselves from her because all she does is drama. Those guys, unfortunately, don't like that.
So it's all right. I don't really care. He can do whatever he wants. I don't like Keffels at all, but if he wants to hang out with Keffels, I literally don't care. It's his life. I don't care. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think all these people lie about him and kind of morally grandstand about him, and I think it's dumb.
No projection there.
It is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Dude, this is the saddest call I've ever heard in my life. Michael is clearly self-inserting as tipster here, and then Flamenco is consoling him, man, it is what it is. What are you gonna do about it?
Him, and kind of morally grandstand about him, and I think it's dumb.
It is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So is this all you want? Is this all you want to say?
Well, I mean, honestly, I guess the main thing from this one was it's kind of weird to hear you complain that people are just outright lying about you, which I think is completely reasonable. And then just outright lie about me, which is a little weird.
When did
Trouble in paradise, ladies and gentlemen.
I think you literally fucking called me a pedophile 2 minutes ago.
I probably.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Aren't you into SodaCon?
No, I'm not.
Oh man, someone in chat wrote me earlier and said "Oh, isn't Michael just a kid? Isn't he gonna grow out of this?" I'm pretty sure he's only 1 year younger than Tom. I mean, I wouldn't. He looks 13, but I don't think this is just.
Didn't you say that on the fucking?
No, I literally didn't.
You said you read a manga.
I literally said the exact opposite.
Dude, Vegan Gains is a vegan debater. Okay, JF Garipe debates eugenics. Flamenco debates his pornography history. These are their number one topics. You don't want to debate Flamenco on his porn history.
Do you have the clip?
I said it in the same fucking thing that Aiden said that you literally were threatening to call Courtney's college. You're taking the word of an out and admitted pathological liar, dude. I'm sorry.
Out and admitted pathological liar. I'm just chat. Do you show of hands? How many of you guys found my coverage of Flamenco to be an out and admitted pathological lie? Who here really thinks Flamenco is this innocent victim of circumstance? Just wondering, chat.
Pretty sure you said something on the stream.
I literally didn't.
Okay, so what was your because I've kind of paid attention to your drama for a while since the original, Kino Casino appearance.
Yeah, I'm
So
wondering, have
I-
you changed your perspective on that? Because you seem to be like,
think
kind
DeOrio-
of dick riding the people that were going after me, but now you're kind of.
Well,
If we're going by Twitter rules, Michael is still underage, so Flamenco is walking on thin ice right now. Yeah, dude, Michael's not 25. Stand back, and Flamenco's coming into it.
a little bit not so happy with them. It seems
Well, I
a little
think-
weird.
Well, yeah, it's like they're
no.
actually lying about me.
It sucks when it happens to you, doesn't it?
But it's like
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
I don't think
it
I don't, I
does,
don't think
doesn't it?
I don't think they were lying about you, Flamenco. It's like it's
Oh, okay.
This is like total A-log death. This is like A-log 9/11.
you don't think that they're lying about me? They're
Dude, the Nicholas DeOrio support group has imploded.
just lying about you. Okay.
Did you
Okay.
or did you not have a hentai dojo, whatever you want to call it, called Boy Soprano, and you shared it? Is that's real, right?
This was a Tipster watch? Yeah, Tipster was on this stream. This stream we're watching now, we're past it, but Tipster was part of this stream.
Yeah, I've
on.
never denied that.
Kino Shay. I thought you did. Wasn't your original thing? It was not.
No.
Lolly? What was the original claim you made on the Kino Casino?
I say, and I still say, it's still not like Shotokan or Lolly. There's no Lolly or Shotokan in it.
Hold on, let me I got a clip here, so let's rewatch it.
Wait, Michael had clips prepped in case Flamenco called in just to debate the pedo allegations. Oh no.
So, 15-minute clip. Do we have a timestamp for?
So
Yeah,
you
let's
viewed
just
it.
watch
Did you
through
also upload it?
I have no.
Yeah, I already said
clue.
that.
Hold on, let's just listen.
So I've just been sent actually an image from archive.ph that shows your old hentai profile, and it shows that. Okay, so you're into
Okay.
you're into bondage and cross dressing. That's fine. But what I wanted to
Yeah, I think it was mostly the Yuri
Why-
tag that I was interested in.
Wait, I'm actually having.
What does that even mean?
Trump, can you mute your mic on
All of these people are freaks, chat. They are freaks.
Discord? Just because I'm thinking like you're talking to me. I'm trying.
I also really don't have anything else to say to Aiden. He's already like admitted that he'll just lie whenever it's convenient for him. So
Well, it's
there's
like-
really
I
nothing
don't
to
care.
add there.
Hold on, just mute your mic for a second. And like, if you're gonna say something, just like let me know that it's you saying it to me, because like I'm getting confused listening to your voice on the clip and hearing you on Discord.
Well, I mean, I don't. It sounds more of a personal problem for you, dude.
What do you mean? We're trying. What are you fucking talking about? We're trying to watch a clip. You're saying you didn't say the thing. We're verifying the clip.
Okay, sure.
We're gonna listen through it.
Are you a fan of Boy Soprano? What was it about that really...
Mostly that Yuri tag, probably.
By the way, I gotta be honest with you. All Flamenco had to say was like, oh yeah, dude, a friend recommended me that. I looked at it. I thought it was kind of weird, and I just stopped watching it. Nobody could have fucking disputed that. Mans would have been fine. That's all he had to say. Like, he literally could have been like, I don't even remember looking at this. Are you sure that's, like, officially my account? Or something like... Instead, he like, gives, like, a detailed accord.
So, it's about, like, a teenager, right?
And then he tries to, like, debate the ethics of whether it's a kid. Like, if you're debating the ethics of whether it's a kid, you've lost.
Yeah, the Yuri tag is probably what I was looking at.
What is Yuri again?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What is Yuri again? Like, what is the?
You're retarded. That's what Yuri is, Michael. You're fucking retarded.
Michael, you know fucking damn well what Yuri is.
Is it man
No,
on man?
bullshit, bro. You know what Yuri
Dude, this is the nerdiest shit, because anyone who goes, you know what Yuri is? They would just be followed by Yuri retarded. These guys are like, well, Yuri's actually this popular anime.
is.
Let me fucking look it up. Let me make sure.
Like this is my 9/11 to have a conversation with people like this.
Oh my god.
Is it boys love?
What kind of fake weeb am I talking to right now?
These guys are freaks, chat. They are fucking freaks.
Jesus Christ.
Yuri, intimate detail. Oh, it's
Flamenco just checked his fucking weeb privilege on stream.
lesbian. Okay.
Yeah.
I was confusing it with boys love.
No, Yowie is guy on guy.
Guys, we're learning so much! Guys, Flamenco definitely wasn't invested in any of this. He just knows everything about all the terms.
Michael, I'm sorry, dude. Anytime I hear somebody who like is a weeb and says I don't know what Yuri is, like lyrics pulled the same
This
shit.
motherfucker's like, Michael, you call yourself a weeb and you don't know about boy love? Like, what?
Just like I literally don't fucking believe you, dude.
Why would I
This is a 35-year-old man.
deny liking?
I have no.
Why would I
fucking clue,
deny
dude.
that? Why would
I
I
have
deny?
no fucking clue, dude.
Why would I deny that? It's like yeah, I think girls are hot. It's like why
He's a 35-year-old man that wanted the community to think he was 25. I wonder why. What the fuck is going on?
if it was like
Okay, well, hey, there you go.
Hey, if it was like Yaoi that was denying that, maybe you can make that joke. 'Cause there would be a reason I would.
Wait. Someone just sent me this. Can you address the Flamenco D's situation? This is what this whole call sounds like.
Flamenco, I know you've been streaming lately. Have you heard of the D's situation?
No, not the D situation. Wait, is it
D's
related to the Vinny clip?
I literally saw that coming from like.
That's what this whole conversation sounds like to me. I don't understand any of these terms.
Deny that, but it's like it's like okay, let's just keep watching the fucking clip.
Okay, so when we had initially argued over this at first, you were total. Your like fans were like the fans the little fans you had left at the time. They were like coping, like, oh, they're in college. So like,
I mean, that's what people were saying. Yeah, I think even Bo Black said that it wasn't lolly or anything like that.
yeah. So we've I've even doesn't the creator.
Dude, Michael's like shaking. People thought he was on drugs on the stream. He can't stop moving around. Is he okay?
Admit that. Like you now can admit that's high school.
Wait. Did my schizos reach out to a fucking like Japanese doujin artist? I have no fucking clue about that one, dude.
So Flamenco, can you just admit now on stream that you read or you viewed hentai about a 15-year-old?
Yeah, sure. 10 years ago, man. Oof.
10 years ago? Sorry, I forgot.
24.
So do you see how people would think that's kind of a minute to looking at like Shota or lolly or whatever you want to call it?
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, people were fucking chimping out about this character from Skullgirls calling this a lolly. So I don't know. Does that look like a lolly to you, dude?
Let me
All right, I'm zooming past this. We already looked at this whole section.
File now. Rip. See, that's the logic that I've been dealing with for the last like year or so. Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay. It's like, what is your point? It's like, you're like, is this a lolly? And I'm like, no, it's got like boobs.
Yeah, that's what they're complaining about.
Well, I think they're saying that the characters look like lollies and they're minors. I'm pretty sure
They
that's the argument.
don't though. That's the thing.
I'm pretty sure that's the argument that they're making.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would be the argument if I was dealing with people that were acting in good faith, but they're not really. So they just sort of like try to obfuscate the facts to try to let people fill in the blanks and stuff.
Okay.
Dude, Michael doesn't even know what to say.
I mean,
He's like stun locked because
think everyone should
Flamenco is
have
so retarded.
their own opinion at this point. The people who think you're like a freak or whatever, they're gonna think that.
Like, I literally think Flamenco is like a fed. Like, he's so bad at debating why like he's not into Lolicon and Shotacon that I think he like has to be a fed.
I mean, honestly, I don't like. I really don't care if people think I'm a freak.
I think
honestly.
no. I think
I really don't care.
I think
it's like when people go out and like outright defame me, like DeOrio did by calling me a pedophile. Like that's when I kind of have an issue with that.
By the way, I just want to point this out to you. I would be remiss if I didn't point out the stuff that Flamenco writes about me on his social media. Not for nothing here. All right. This is what Flamenco says about me on his social media. Why double stuff is now definitely a pedophile. Anyone that projects this much is trying to cover up for something. I would not let kids near Nick. I just want to be 100% clear that whatever I say about Flamenco, that's what he says about me. Somebody who was not watching fucking Shotacon or fucking caught in German's group chats or whatever, whether that was real or not. That's what Flamenco is saying to diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
That's kind of like being
is that a reasonable thing to have an issue with? You think, Michael?
If it was false, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, like, people are just gonna have their own opinion on like that type of thing. Some people are gonna
yeah,
say,
I mean, sure. I just, rather wish that people, with large Twitter followings wouldn't, just blatantly lie because, I never sucked up to his fucking inflated ego.
Is he blatantly lying?
Apparently, the only problems with Flamenco is that everyone on Twitter is mad that he didn't kiss my boot. That's the problem here.
Yes, he's blatantly called me a pedophile now.
What do you think? Why somebody might like you?
He went on stream fucking 2 weeks ago and said that people who jerk off to lolicons aren't pedophiles. Yeah, like real lolicons. What are you talking? Yeah, fine, sure. At this point, yeah, okay. At this point, fine.
Use that terminology to describe liking, like lolly, because like
I think that Nick is doing it completely in bad faith.
I'm gonna be good faith. I'm gonna be charitable. So Nick DeOrio sees what you looked at as lolicon, correct? And you're not,
dude. Michael is so caught out of left field in this conversation, and thank you, because I know he hates me. Michael has to be charitable because flamenco is so fucking crazy. Like, in the fuck Nick DeOrio live stream, flamenco is so bad at this that Michael had to play defense for me. Can you put that in perspective for a minute?
I have no fucking clue. I don't think he does, though.
I think he. Why else would he call you a pedophile then if he didn't think it was a lolicon? So I'm being good faith. I'm being good faith right now. So that is his position. He says, well, flamenco, you've admitted that this star is a 15-year-old or whatever. It's a dojin or whatever terminology you want to use. I don't like that. I think it's weird and creepy. And so he's going to call you a pedophile over it. And that's his stance. Do you see how he would come to that conclusion?
I mean,
and my stance prior to that last conversation is that, like, flamenco is the reason why flamenco gets called a pedophile. Because all of his online interactions where he engages with any of this stuff sound fucking crazy. Go back and look at Turkey Tom talking to him about Zero. That was like a nuclear clip for him. It's in the Unseens video. Look at this most recent conversation with Aiden. That was like a nuclear conversation with flamenco. I've actually been like one of the holdouts on the fucking call flamenco a pedo train,
defending the guy that like
16-year-old.
So like,
why do you think
that seems like a really?
That's the thing, all right? When flamenco is like, this is the crazy part here, all right? I need you guys to walk with me on this. How could flamenco talk about zap tie? How could flamenco talk about zap tie? All right, let's try to break this one down. Okay, you ready? Let's think about this one for a second right here. This one is really good. Okay. So, all right. Ed gets catfished at 20 years old. Okay. Then, Ed gets chased off the internet for roughly 3 to 4 years. Before Ed comes back to the internet, okay, he's still younger than flamenco was when he was looking at hentai of fucking naked children. I swear to God, Ed had his whole drama, all the fucking pushback that came from it, and came back before he was the same age as flamenco when he looked at Boy Soprano. So how does he say anything about it? That makes no sense to me. All right, if we keep going.
It seems like a really kind of like weird standard to have.
You're making my point for me right now. You are making my point for me.
It seems like a weird standard. It feels like he's kind of engaging a little tactical cynicism.
That's my point.
And because he's gonna get hung up on the word children. It was a naked 15-year-old boy. Just to clarify, I'll just say the whole thing out there.
My point in the video.
Yeah.
I'll calm down. My dad is upset. He's trying to sleep, and you should hear me yell at him.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, Michael's dad just interrupted his fucking Nick DeOrio live stream. Oh no!
Yeah.
I'll calm down.
I'll calm down, Dad! I just gotta go back to talking about my friend who got me kicked out of the VidCon house.
My dad is upset.
Oh no!
You should hear me yell at flamenco.
No, it's not an Edwin moment, because Edwin doesn't look like he's 6. Holy shit. Dude, that's why flamenco is getting so jittery, because Michael looks like a minor.
That is my point. He has inconsistent defenses. He'll attack Red Kiwis, who was 19 and 14, but then he'll defend, Zaptai, which is 20 and 14, which is actually worse, if you think about it. So yeah, that is my point. That is my point. DeOrio has no.
I'm just curious, like, where do you get the 20 and 14 number if no party was aware that, like, she was 14 except for the girl who catfished him? And that's, like, her statement. Her statement is nobody knew she was 14. Like, you're so mad at me, you need to smear somebody as a pedophile because you didn't get invited to the VidCon house. It is so bad, dude. This guy is buck broken.
Fair enough.
They want me to pull up this thread now. Let me pull this up in chat.
Again, I'm not reading anything right now. I'm in the middle of a WoW raid.
All right. It says Flamenco just sent Michael a picture of a 16. Oh, okay. Of a 16-year-old. That's just for your best friend. Your best friend. Like, that's the Kino show.
Dude.
Okay.
Kinoshé is like definitively the example of like nobody will ever hate you as much as an ex-fan.
Wait, he's copying the whole Pokimane aesthetic. Like, Kinoshé is actually my biggest fan. He watches all my content. Dude, this is so funny, bro. Holy shit, dude. He's Pokimaning Augusto Kinoshé.
Mad that I wouldn't let him back into the Discord.
Wait, Kinoshé got kicked out of the Discord because he was already A-logging you and leaking all of your messages. What are you talking about?
Mr. Flam Michael all in one stream. It's like Charlie's Angels a local. Well, thank you for this guy's giving like $20 tonight. You can send me hate. You can send me hate super chats all you want. I'm still fucking getting paid.
Hey, yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's like who cares? But so is this all you want to argue about? Because I think.
I mean, I guess like, do you maybe see why I'm a little like when I see you get like all mad at this and when you like out.
Chat, do you see Flamenco's point?
Right, call me a pedophile and shit. I get a little mad when you
were
like active. Yes, bro. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Don't try to lie.
What am I lying? What am I lying about?
You actively called me a pedophile.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You feel like maybe that.
All right, so that's the Michael Flamenco conversation. I doubt it's going to be better than that. I guess we'll finish off on the lyric stuff now. It should be about
like,
there, right?
Dude, you're just gonna make yourself. There's any core that he doesn't either.
People don't know this lore, so. Courtney actually basically walked back the college thing almost instantly. Been messaging me. People from the fucking Kill Stream days when he used to go on Ralph's show constantly. From my private Instagram, he had 2 people, which is so funny. He makes this tweet where he's like, "Michael's digging."
Let me see.
Anyways, continue.
But he says, interestingly, this happened after you dropped your address in her DMs. Well, like, dude, you're just gonna make yourself look silly.
What does that second tweet mean though? That thing what tipster, because the reason why I'm so pro tipster.
Listen to this right here. This is exactly what I was looking for.
Worse.
That's like a pretty bad thing with tipster, because the reason why I'm so pro tipster is because like right after they did this like bullshit with me, they started doing it to tipster where there was like this situation where
okay, there was no bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, there's no bullshit. You had these conversations with Augie. And you had these conversations with Tom. They tried to handle it privately, and you acted like a schizophrenic. That's all that happened. Like, yeah, every single thing, like, you guys had all of these conversations and admitted to all wrongdoing and all the parts that you did wrong in. Like, it's crazy that you just, like, have selective memory and just completely forget everything you said. It's insane.
Fucking what happened? He posted, like, porn of some OnlyFans girl at some point, like a DM. And then I think it was Hannah. I don't know which e-girl was the one who tweeted it out, but she tweeted out, it was like, tipster is leaking revenge porn, which is a fucking crime, by the way. They were accusing him of like a sex crime, which is revenge porn, and it wasn't true at all. And then the second like tipster points it out, and he's like, hey, no, that's a public image.
Yeah, Michael's taking a lot of liberty with context on this one, I noticed.
When the girl in the photo defended him. And then looking at porn when you're happy with the commentary community, especially when you got DeOrio over here.
Okay.
DeOrio made this tweet recently where he's like, well, tipster, the reason everybody thinks tipster's a pedo is because he made them think that by how he
which is 100% true, and it'll be demonstrated in the video.
Acted.
Well, again, that's all right. Well, not 100% true, because I didn't say Tipster told everybody there's a pedo or whatever. The issue is that Tipster did his video talking about like the lolicon and stuff, and he showed up to these streams. Like, I'll hold on. Let me give you some context here. Basically, Tipster is mad that people said that he defended Lolly. when he quite literally defended Lolly. Like, that's what he did. That is what happened in the interaction. Now, did Tipster defend the concept of Lolly? No. Did Tipster defend, like, people's right to look at Lolly? No. He defended an actual picture, okay, that turned out to be Lolly. So he sat there for like 2 days in the trenches defending this picture of why it's not Lolly, and it turned out to be Lolly. So does that mean Tipster's the biggest LollyCon fan in the whole world, or that Tipster's like a pedophile? No. What it does mean is Tipster defended Lolly, because he did. In context, here's the Tipster doc on the radio stream, right? And now, chat, I want you to hear the introduction to this segment, because Tipster at this point is frustrated about how people are conveying his call, right? Like, not his call, his tweets and stuff like that, right? So Tipster's coming to clear the air and say that he's not defending LollyCon. Here's his opening statement, chat. What do you think people took away from this?
So girl agreeing with so much, he just backtracks and says no.
What's up, Tipster?
I still don't get it now, like, because, like,
you pay a lot of...
Girl said it is.
So, Tipster, I'd like you to explain your thought process of some of your tweets you've made about...
So my thought process is that, like, I feel like a lot of the people who are chiming in on this situation don't know shit about anime.
Okay. All right, guys. Guys. It's because he's retarded. He's retarded. It has to be that. Like, what else could it be? Why would that be your opening statement? I feel like you guys just don't understand anime. Go watch this fucking video again. You can watch it one time before I release mine, alright? Tipster acted like a smug douchebag, acted like the anime expert, and then had to concede that he was actually defending Lolly the whole time and didn't realize it. That's why he got into drama. It's not my fault. In fact, you want a nuke? Chat, do you want a fucking nuke? Well, then you'll have to wait for the video, because I have a nuke. But, we'll continue.
Well, I think I think that's the same for Zaptai. I think if Zaptai, you know, didn't message a 14-year-old girl when he was 20 years old saying you're worth getting arrested for, all I'm saying is I don't think people would call him a pedo if he never did that. That's all I'm saying.
Those are two very similar things. In fact, I think that Tipster and Zaptai have a lot in common. Like, this is just like, this is insane. This is an insane comparison.
We can get into Zaptai in a second, but dude, all I'm saying is that what I think the main characteristic...
That is a spite-driven leap there. I like, there's no way that he thought that was like a normal sentence.
Of this, whatever, like, the fuck you call it, lolcow.
Who is this person on the screen? Michael Alberto, former Cozy streamer, disgraced, and now leader of the Nick DeOrio Cope Club.
Gene, is people getting mad at jokes, and people being like, actually, no, I actually didn't divorce my wife. Me and Hannah Animal were just merely showing pictures of our titties in our DMs, and that's all. We weren't actually cheating, and I'm not actually getting a divorce. It's like being like, yeah, it's getting too drawn down on the fucking jokes.
I mean, I think some of the Tipster, Tipster like wife jokes, I think some of them can be funny, but like at this point, it just seems so like morally like grandstandy.
Dude, but do you realize how dumb do you realize how dumb you could think it's cringe, but do you realize how fucking optically bad it looks for him Tipster to get mad at these jokes? It's like, dude, I could take myself for example. I made a lot of cringe tweets in the past, and I liked some fucking sus anime pictures that people clown on me for, and people like made full-on videos. Dude, there's a reason why I ignore most of that and be like, hey man, I made some cringe shit, and I did some cringe shit in the past, but I'm just moving on.
The thing is, right, like the big comparison I've seen people privately make about this is that Michael sounds like the fucking Teddy Feezer guy he's been covering for like the past week or whatever, or I think longer. It's been like a 3-week drama, because like he just cannot understand that his whole issue with me is not being able to take jokes well. Like, he has no fucking idea, but his arguments about it are like insane. Like, Michael called me. I'm sure the clips are going to be in the fucking video when he releases it, right? Do you know what Michael's mad about? I swear to fucking God, this is going to be in his video, along with what I assume is going to be like the Tonka Saw friend zone drama and like, I guess like the Zaptai stuff. He's going to fucking pull this up in the video, and it is the funniest shit ever, okay? Michael pulled this tweet up and said, "You're calling me a pedophile." You ready? This is the tweet. "Nick, you're calling me a pedophile. Here's the proof." Yeah, he fell for the Chimple Dimple meme. I don't know if you guys know this, but I made like a ton of these. and they have like no correlation with fucking anything. All the people in the picture are just random fucking people, right? Like Edwin, Mini Lad, this is Brock Turner, that's Raintism, that's Squizzy. Like none of these people have any. Oh, and George Soros. Okay, look at this one. Look at this one. Sneeko, Ding Dong, David Dobrik, Deodor Anthony, Flamenco, and oh look, it's George Soros. And then this one. All right. So I put Michael in a picture with a supposed wife or a girlfriend assaulter, I guess. I think it's false, to be honest. A date rapist, a pedophile, a guy who has sex with retarded women, and George Soros. Quite literally no correlation between any of these. And Michael has never been accused of being a pedophile, like anywhere, as far as I know. Like no accusations of being a pedophile. Swear to God, he goes in the call with me and he's like, yeah, man, I think that you're calling me a pedo in this screenshot. And I go, am I calling you Jewish too? Because George Soros is on the screen. Who did George Soros rape? I swear to God. I swear to God. These are in my DMs because we talked about it. Like, he legitimately thinks this. I'm not even kidding you. He's like such an insecure little pussy. And then he'll be like, wow, Nick DeOrio is blocking me. Bro, you'll see what fucking Michael had to say about that. That's good. Here.
Making content. But I feel like if I was in Tipster's shoes, I would constantly be like, actually, I never did like Lolly. I actually just liked something that was very like specific, like anime cultured. It's like, dude, you already look like a fucking retard if you even have that conversation. So just ignore it, move on, make good content, and take the jokes on the chin. Like, that's all you have to do.
I mean, yeah, like I'm not making like a fucking hour-long video where I'm just gonna like seethe about like these like 3 tweets. I'm not going like RPG mode. I'm gonna do like 8-hour streams every day.
I'm looking at, but dog, I'm looking at your Twitter, and we can get into the when you were crying about.
I'm hyping it up. I'm hyping up this video.
No, but dude, when you were fucking talking about, when you were crying about DeOrio telling you to kill yourself, like what the fuck was that about?
Well,
like,
yeah,
that
he was.
so...
Like,
by the way, all right, if we can go even further into this, right? So, I guess like Michael like texted somebody and he's like, I bet Nick doesn't even care if I die or something, or Nick wants me to kill myself. And I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, this was like a combo that actually happened. I don't even think I've said that publicly. This is just something that he drummed up. If I did say it, I mean, that's funny, but I don't know. I've never like moralized over KYS ever. I've said it to Flamenco several times, right? In a lot of these interactions last year. I'm surprised Flamenco didn't bring that up. But I will show you where he says I'm moralizing KYS.
Tips. DeOrio,
Who cares, though?
DeOrio will fucking cry when
What if he changes his video after talking to Lyrics? I know he won't. Otherwise, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do the stream right now if I thought he was going to change the video, because I think Michael is insane. And I think he's on like a destruction path. And I think he is like fucking going. I don't think there's any stopping him. And if there was stopping him, because again, like here, these are my interactions with Michael. Here we go. You want to see this? Like, this was supposedly solved privately. Like, I'm not even kidding you. This was supposed to be solved privately. I'll leave this alone if you leave me alone. I told you in call, my next tweet about you is if you take a shot at me. Then there should be no issues. Then I warned him that Augie talked about it on stream. Fucking June 9th rolls around. The kid's telling people that I doxed him. By the way, that never even came up. That's a whole other story. But dude, I have no idea where that's even coming from. So I go to reach out to him privately, and then like all of it blows up publicly. So again, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm totally okay with how this interaction went, and I see it going on like a downward spiral. There's no like reasoning with him. There's no calming him down. He's completely lost it, and I think it's just fine to push him all the way.
I say that or whatever. Like, he'll retweet it to make me like moral grandstand about it or whatever. But then he says the same thing to Tipster. So that was my point. It's like, okay, you're gonna retweet this to criticize me for making an edgy joke.
Wait. Mm-hmm. When did DeOrio ever morally grandstand?
Why else?
This is good. This is good. Why did Nick DeOrio morally grandstand? I don't have the video, and I obviously can't play it on Twitch because he couldn't play it on YouTube, right? But Michael made like a schizo video where he had like anime playing in the background, and then like telling me to like KYS or whatever. And I thought it was funny, so I retweeted it, like I do when anyone makes like a breakdown or whatever. It's like quoting somebody and like doing a copy pasta.
why?
someone to kill
Why?
themselves.
Okay, lyrics. Why else would DeOrio retweet a video of me saying something mean about him?
What? Why would I do that? Like, is that like a crazy? What?
So I'm gonna pull up the context in this tweet.
What?
So
Which I don't want to play it on stream because it's on Kick, but yeah, it's like he retweeted that obviously to criticize me for making that type of joke.
Wait, what? How was a retweet criticism? Don't you think if I wanted to critique you, I would have made a comment? I did make a comment, but it is not what you're expecting, chat. This is like schizophrenic levels of fucking argumentation here.
But then he makes the same joke about Tipster, like in Augie's live.
Wait. So, by the way, in the chat, I think I jokingly wrote like Tipster should jump or something when someone said like, are you friends with? I forgot what the whole context was, but like I wrote it offhand in the chat, and I have no problem with jokes like that. Like I've been on like multiple times on the stream. I've said it in the past. I've said it. I've made those jokes multiple times. So his hypocrisy argument is that I retweeted his tweet
to criticize me for making that type of joke, but then he makes the same joke about Tipster, like in Augie's live chat.
So yeah, I remember this interaction we had. Your evidence of like the big hypocrisy you have on DeOrio, on how he's telling people to kill himself,
this isn't
but he's
even gonna be in the
actually
video, by the way.
moralizing. Dude, it better not be, because that would just make you look like a retard. Like you shouldn't be. But you shouldn't have made tweets in the first place defending it. Like you were saying that he was moralizing about suicide jokes when that's not the case, and your evidence of it was him retweeting you like spurging out on fucking live stream, saying like you're gonna blow his
It's not a
brains
spurg
out.
out. I did not spurg out.
Wait, okay, can we get the
This is where like the Teddy Feezer shit starts to kick in. Look at this.
You get the video?
I did not spurg out.
His brains
I
out.
did not say
Dude,
that.
it
I
was
did
kinda-
not say that. I did not say that.
Wait, okay, can we get the video? What did you say then? You said-
All right, you guys, are you ready for the proof of me moralizing over the of the slur? Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? This is it. This is my one interaction other than the retweet with it. This is the criticism, guys. This guy is out of his mind. He's feezing right now. What is happening? I swear to God, my only tweet interaction with this person was the retweet that you could, that you can't see the retweet, but it's just like the retweet was above it or whatever. And I wrote lol with 3 likes under the, I swear to God, this guy is having a mental breakdown because I wrote lol on a tweet where he acted weird. He's fucking full fees mode.
Play the clip. I don't want to. I don't want to play the clip. I did not threaten to hurt him. That is not true at all. That's a complete lie. I did not say that.
Okay, regardless, you were spurging out.
It was not a spur. I made a joke. I made a joke. I did not threaten to hurt him at all. That's not real at all.
Okay, we gotta pull up the clip at this point.
I can't
Come
play
on.
it.
And he refuses to play the clip, which I understand.
I did not threaten to.
I would play it on YouTube. There's no fucking risk to playing it on YouTube. Like maybe because he says the N-word, but like, I don't know. I have videos where people say the N-word on my channel, so I have no fucking idea why I can't play it.
What the fuck you mean you can't play it on YouTube? You didn't say
On
any
Twitch, you
crazy
definitely
shit,
can.
that crazy shit.
It's definitely falling under the harassment and bullying.
Shut the
guidelines,
fuck
so I don't
up.
want to play it. I'm serious. I'm not playing it on YouTube. If we were on Kick, I would
Dude.
play it. Like I don't give a
It
fuck.
feels kind of cowardly for him not to play it on YouTube.
But yes,
Okay,
I made
man.
a joke saying that he should. What's like a way to skirt around what I want to say?
I want this to be next to it while he
That
explains.
he should go to sleep, basically.
All right, I just want you
That
to
was
see
the-
both
that was
of
the
these on
joke
the
I
screen
made.
at the same time.
Wait, what? Wait, so you did tell him to kill himself?
Yeah, but yeah.
Wait, but I just said. Why did you deny what I said?
You said
you denied when I said you told
no.
him to blow his brains out, but then you're like, actually, I told him to kill himself, not blow his brains out. Like, dude, do you know what I mean?
That's not true at all.
This is exactly what I mean. Where you're like, actually, I said.
Stop. You're being bad faith right now.
Dog, are you?
You said, at least from what I heard, from my understanding, you said I threatened to hurt him. I would never do that in a million years.
What the fuck? I said you. You know, okay.
Alberto Tipster
Regardless-
Flamenco or
Maybe I just
Spider-Man
misunderstood.
pointing.
Just want to
Can somebody
clarify
draw
for
that?
chat. I would never.
Regardless.
And it was not
you
unhinged.
only-
It was a funny joke that I made on my stream. It's like, who cares?
It was funny, but it was
It
funny
was
because you
very
were
funny.
spurging.
It's not a
It's for
spurg
the
out.
same
It's
reason.
not a
It's for
spurg
the-
out at
It's not a
all. It's a
spurg
funny
out.
joke.
Why are
Who
you getting
cares?
so mad?
Bro,
Why are you
he's
getting so mad at me
feezing.
saying you're spurging?
I'm not mad at all. I'm having a debate. We're having a
For the same reason that it's funny when Tommy C spurgs the fuck out and tells Pokimane to like put a knife in her neck. It was like funny for that reason. You know what I mean?
Has he said that?
Was,
Jeez.
You haven't seen the stick the knife in the neck, pull it all the way to the right?
How is he still on YouTube if he's saying that? Jeez.
Because he's based. No,
That's
but
crazy.
no, but so regardless, you told him.
We don't have to repeat it, but that was on Kick. That was not on YouTube.
Okay, we got to get to the points. So you told him to kill himself, right?
Don't say it like that. But okay, well,
Holy
I made an edgy
shit,
joke.
he's
Let's
such
move
a
on.
coward.
Let's move on with the point.
Dude, why are you so scared about your
we're on
fucking channel
YouTube. We're
getting
on
taken down?
YouTube. We're on
Are
YouTube.
you retarded?
Yes, he
You
told me to
can't
kill
get taken
myself.
down
I'm
for
on
that.
Twitch. Okay, that's what he
Anyways,
said.
So I make an
and
edgy
I've said it in
joke
the
about
past
Nicholas
about other
DeOrio.
people.
He's made the same edgy joke in Tipster's chat, and then he's gonna retweet that clip to like cry about it or whatever. To like, I don't know.
You guys see the crying?
Nick DeOrio crying about it is him retweeting a clip of you spurging.
It's not a. It's not a spurgout. What are you talking about? This is just bad faith. Just bad faith.
I don't know what else you want me to call it, dude. But your evidence is him saying LOL, laughing, and then retweeting the clip of you spurging. That's your evidence of him moralizing about suicide jokes. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's moral. He's moralizing about it. Even though.
Do you really believe that, dude? This is what I mean.
No,
like,
I 100% believe it.
You seem like a cool guy and like a.
Do you know what his friends are saying about this video? Because come here. I do. Because all of his friends, well, not all of them. I'm sure some of them actually don't like me, but a lot of them do. Okay. Do you know what his friends are saying about Michael's video? Hold on. Let me find this. I swear to God, this is not fake. This is a real screenshot of some random retard. Where is it? This is the most depressing screenshot that I've ever seen in my life. Okay, wait, we gotta read this. This is a brutal screenshot. I need some back vocals for this. Hold on. I need an instrumental, I mean. Holy shit. Okay. Alright. This is some voluntary destruction shit. Ready? A lot of people that tend to be steaming over Nick also happen to be some of the bigger lol cows. Flamenco, Jalen, Tipster, and if Michael's July surprise doesn't land, do you think that you can count him in too? I've seen the script and the potential skits. It will land. I'm sorry. Wait, what? You've seen the script?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's moral. He's moralizing about it. Even though
do you really believe that, dude? This is what I mean.
No,
like,
I 100%
you seem like.
This is the mastermind. This is the kill shot that will end my career, ladies and gentlemen.
A cool guy and like a funny chill. Like I feel like if I saw you in real person, like you remind me of an old classmate I had. Where if I fucking saw you in real person, it would be fucking hilarious. But holy shit, dude.
And this is like, I know we don't do these anymore, and chat, you're in for like a fucking treat. This part of the stream is Michael's fireside chat. And Lyrics, somebody who's also been like excommunicated from the commentary community, who doesn't know Zaptai or know why there's beef. He doesn't know anything, right? He comes in and fucking steamrolls him and gives him a fucking fireside chat that would rival one that Augie gave Flamenco. It's so over.
If you actually believe that, you've like lost the plot. Where you think that like DeOrio is a way different person than what he actually is.
I too retweet people who say horrible things about me because I think it's funny. I totally do that too.
So
he's feasing.
Anyway, this is a minor point I made on Twitter like 2 months ago. It's like, who cares at this point? Like, why are we talking about this?
But dude, this is my main point though. You're like, these are the retarded interactions that you have online that makes you look fucking retarded. This is like the core evidence. Like, this is why I put out the tweet back in the day. Well, like a month ago. I think I said, here, I got it. Does anyone know the lore of what happened to Michael Alberto? When did he get this pathetic and embarrassing? He's crying that DeOrio told Tipster to kill himself. And I had the most autistic interaction with him when talking about this. He used to be chill and cool, but what the fuck happened? Like, this is the type of shit that makes you look like fucking
I think I'm like
insane.
still the same person. I don't feel like I've changed at all.
Well, whether or not you've always been a retard, I mean, I've never seen this side of you. That's like, well,
right.
I don't want to sound gay where it's like, dude, you let me down because I never even fucking knew you. But it's like, I don't know. I think this is a bad route, man. I think this is a really bad route where if you want to have like any credibility, you're just things like this is what's gonna make you look like a retard in everyone's eyes.
I mean, I just want to go after DeOrio came at me. He's lied about me. I want to make a video where I respond to it, and I want to talk about Zap Time. That's
okay. I've never heard someone come out and say that they're just spite driven and they have no actual arguments before. This is the first time I've ever heard someone be honest when they said that they're literally just swinging Zaptai specifically because they're mad at me. That is like insane.
DeOrio came at me.
Hard in everyone's eyes.
I mean, I just want to go after DeOrio came at me. He's lied about me. I want to make a video where I respond to it, and I want to talk about Zap Time. That's all I want to do at this point. What do you think about Zap?
DeOrio's been mean to me and made jokes about how I look like George Soros. So I'm just gonna bring up Zaptai because I know it made him mad when Technicals did it. When Technicals had 200,000 new people hearing it for the first time or whatever, and he thought that could be potentially harmful if Technicals does a bad job. So me and my fucking 1,000 sub YouTube channel are also going to get the same reaction out of Nick. Nick won't talk about it if we make our video. Oh, wait, Nick's talking about it on stream right now? Oh, wait, what? Nick's fucking making fun of me on stream right now? Better not retweet it. We don't retweet stuff like that.
Zaptai.
Wait, DeOrio.
Yeah.
Oh! Now, there's no record of this because he deleted the VOD, but at this point, I sent him a donation, and if I remember correctly, it was, hey man, I heard you got kicked out of the VidCon house. Maybe next year, buddy. Because the funny story is Michael's first tweet about this, I'm pretty sure, was like the day VidCon started. And listen, if you don't believe me on all the Courtney stuff, fine. You know what? It's my fault that we didn't do this publicly and assassinate him that way, okay? My bad that I let Augie and Tom try to handle it privately and nobody snaked him and recorded his call. Okay, if that's the way you want to go about it, that's fine. However, Augie and Michael and Tom talked, and at the end of the conversation, Tom decided that it wasn't really cool to travel to VidCon with Michael. Now, I can let either one of them explain why. That's perfectly fine for me. But he was thrown out of the VidCon trip and not allowed to stay at the house based on the conversations he had with them. Okay? So, I don't know.
Want me to read that or you got it?
Yeah, I'll read it. Here's a 10 for the entertainment. Clearly you've been having a hard time since you got kicked out of VidCon. Actually, DeOrio, I'm actually happy I got kicked out of VidCon. I flew out my girlfriend, and I had sex with her like 3 times every day.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, what happened? This is insane. This is fucking crazy. He just fucking feezed out. He just totally feezed out, bro. This is what fucking God put up against me, the protagonist of life, to handle, is this fucking kid who's just like, actually, Nicholas DeOrio, I'm not mad about VidCon. I had sex with my girlfriend.
It's like, entertainment. Clearly you've been having a hard time since you got kicked out of VidCon. Actually, DeOrio, I'm actually happy I got kicked out of VidCon. I flew out my girlfriend. And I had sex with her like 3 times.
God help.
Day. It's like, I don't.
God help the nearest middle school after that girl breaks your heart, Michael.
Here. Like, I would rather do that than smoke weed with Bo Blacks. I'm sorry.
Dude, do you see what I mean? Do you see what you just did?
LOL.
That was a meme, right? Do you see what you just did? You just did exactly what I'm talking about.
So Lyrix just got over talking about how Michael can't take jokes and he's acting kind of schizophrenic, and then I cracked a joke in the chat and I gave him $10. I gave Michael 10 hard-earned dollars, okay? And then Michael immediately can't take the joke.
You see what you just did? You just did exactly what I'm talking about.
This guy just lost his virginity at fucking 20. He's bragging about it to me, man. I can't. I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? The kid's having sex.
But no.
That's what makes you look retarded.
No.
That's what makes you look like a fucking lol cow, dude.
What do you mean?
You're like, no, actually, I'm happy I got kicked out.
Yeah, I am. Fuck fuck VidCon. YouTubers are all fucking sociopaths. I'm fucking done talking to
You
all
have
of them.
no brain
Nick keeps lying about me. By the way, every YouTuber is a sociopath.
for like optics of what makes you look cringe or not. Like, holy shit,
Fuck
dude.
YouTubers. Fuck VidCon. I don't give a shit.
Guys, I'm not spite driven, but fuck everyone who kicked me. Guys, listen. I'm actually super happy I wasn't invited to VidCon because fuck every YouTuber who went to it.
At all.
This just comes across as like so cringe.
DeOrio, why did you defend Zaptai, who sexted a 14-year-old when he was 20 years old? He was a
because kids are safer with Zaptai than they are with you. All right, at least until the feds find out how many guns are in your house.
Lawyer, or he's a law student, and he said you're worth getting arrested for. Why did you defend that, buddy? What's going on there?
Dude, I think you're beyond help. Dude, what the fuck, Michael?
What's going on there?
What the fuck, bro?
I just want to talk about Zaptai at this point. That's all I want to talk about.
Did you get kicked out of VidCon? What is this?
No, that's real. That's right. I got kicked out of VidCon. Just work on taking jokes better. You have been lying about me. You've been spreading every like horrible thing you could say about somebody.
Okay,
win back
but
your friends and Augie's community. You have to be so broken. Nah, I don't fucking give a shit about commentary community at all. I just want to make this video. I want to move on with my life. That's all I care about.
you can have your critiques of DeOrio, like what you said earlier about him apparently, from my knowledge, bullshitting and spreading the story of you contacting some bitch's college. You can have that fair critique of DeOrio, but to like look at that dono and not extrapolate like what he's talking about, I mean, you got to take something from that. Like, there's some truth in that.
What is there to take from him? He's just lying about it.
At one point, he said that he was going to put a part in his video showing all his PayPal transactions donating to you, asking for his money back. What? Are you serious? Bro, this guy is a fucking loser, dude. Holy shit. Are you kidding?
It's like, okay.
What do you mean? His first fucking sentence was saying just work on taking jokes better. That's literally
Oh
your
no,
main
I was
problem.
I was referring to the tweet where he accused me of. I'm sorry, I was misunderstanding what you were getting at. I was referring to one of the tweets where he lied about me with the college thing. That's what I was referring to.
Dude, but I just feel like your main problem is you can't take jokes.
I can take jokes. I don't care. I don't care if people want to make jokes about me.
This guy goes around and tells everybody. Look, come here, listen to this. This guy goes around and tells everybody that, like, I block all these people and shit. By the way, this guy's got me blocked on my alt accounts, to be clear. But, like, hold on. I need to show you this. Where is this? I gotta find this. Hold on, I'll keep playing.
It doesn't seem like that, dude, because he just fucking donated and said you made fun of you for apparently getting kicked out of a VidCon house.
Yeah,
and
he's
you're like,
trying to. He's trying
actually,
to
I'm
own
happy
me. Yeah,
I got kicked out.
He's trying
Actually,
to
I'm
own
happy
me.
I got
Yeah,
kicked
he's
out
trying to own me. He's been.
Michael, I didn't have to own you. You don't understand. All I had to do was let you have a live stream and watch, and you buried yourself. Just like Tipster, just like Jalen, just like Flamenco, just like everybody who has the lol cow gene, okay? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just my rapid ableism, okay? I don't know what it is that attracts these people to me, but whoa, man. Holy shit, is it fucking cringe.
I had sex instead. I flew out my girlfriend and I fucked her in the pussy.
Yeah,
like,
I
dog,
did.
really?
He's been trying to use this against me for like 3 months now. It's like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, I literally do not care. Why would I care?
Dude, you're,
it's like,
you're
I
entering
won.
the-
It's like, I won. It's like, I don't care. It's like,
I win! That's how it fucking works! Dude, this guy's about to go on his Richard Spencer rant. Little fucking wops!
I won.
Dude,
he's feezing
It's
out.
like, I won. It's like, I won. It's like, I don't care. It's like, I won.
You're entering the area of the where you can't come back anymore, man. It's getting bad.
What do you mean? It's like, oh wow, I want the commentary community to respect me. It's like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, I don't care.
I mean, you don't have to care about people like in the commentary community respecting you. I'm just saying, like, overall, taking jokes lighter, I think it's gonna benefit you.
I do appreciate DeOrio. What's so funny is DeOrio claims he's always known I'm like a freak and he's always hated.
I have always hated you, and I told every YouTuber in this entire space, I told to stay away from you because I thought you were psychotic. All right, I literally just think you're insane.
Me, but yet he would let me super chat his show sometimes.
Yes, I want your money. I'll take all the psychotic women's money. Hey guys, listen, anybody in the chat here, if you're fucking crazy, I think your money's worth more to me. I think you should give it to me so you don't harm anyone else with it. All right, if you want to give me a donation right now, absolutely. All right, Michael, do you like vet your fucking donors?
So I'm happy I'm getting my refund. So I guess it all worked out.
So can you recognize the problems? Like there's a consistent problem with both Flamenco, Jalen, and Tipster. You can like recognize the problems in these three retards, right?
I can definitely see Flamenco and Jalen. I think Tipster could handle things a little bit better, but I do also think there is a really ridiculous moral crusade against him. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's just he can be a little bit of a spurg sometimes. So it's like whatever. It's like who cares? And you have all of these people trying to like moralize about his marriage. And like they try to like Me Too him and accuse him of like revenge porn or whatever. It's just dumb.
So the main thing about Tipster, Jalen, and Flamenco that constantly gets them into drama is them not being able to take either jokes or criticism. That is the consistent.
I can take jokes and criticism.
I can take them, guys. I can take them.
I don't care.
Take either jokes or criticism. That is the consistent
I
problem
can take
all
jokes
of
and
them
criticism.
have.
I don't care if you want to make jokes about me.
But your
People
actions
make
don't
jokes about me
show
all the
that,
time. I
dude.
don't care. People have swatted
know,
me,
man.
and I don't fucking care that much. It's whatever.
You say you don't care, but then you go on Twitter crying about fucking DeOrio telling you to kill himself or telling Tipster to kill himself. It's like it seems like you're really
Okay,
hyper
this is
to
just
try to get
this
an
is
own.
this is just bad faith. This is
Okay, again, this is Michael. Do you want to know what Michael? Do you want to know the real Michael? This is the real Michael. This is the Michael who goes around and fucking like judges other people for blocking on Twitter. This is Michael's private account that he was writing to when he was in like fucking suicide mode after I wrote like a meme about him on Twitter. Hold on, let's put some music on. Let's put some music on right here. Let's put some Patrick Bateman theme on. Let's go. I'm becoming more like Nick Fuentes in the sense where I've begun unfollowing people if they like tweets shitting on me. Used to think it was gay, but honestly, I'm not gonna subject to seeing that in my feed. Everything is fair game. I'm approaching this point. Oh! Oh! Wait! Wait! Wait a minute! I thought Nick was a bitch! I thought Nick was a bitch! What's going on, Mike? Oh, fuck! I didn't know! I didn't fucking know! I forgot! It's base when Nick Fuentes fucking unfollows Smaggle Daggle on Twitter. Do you know why all your friends hate you, Michael? Because you couldn't take a joke and then you unfollowed them all. Listen, dude, when I block somebody on Twitter, that's fucking nobody. I never have to think about that guy again. Another person will replace his fucking name in the cog of 50,000 fucking people. You, on the other hand, have all of your parasocial friendships through Twitter group chats. So when you unfollow all your fucking random loser friends, yeah, then they're going, like, no offense to the friends, because I like when you send me things, but that's my point, is like, he puts all this, like, and I tried to explain this to him privately, he gives a fuck what Alex Gekmo thinks! He's another one! That's what's happening here, bro. He cares about all these random fucking, like, nobodies. You're supposed to be a YouTuber, Michael! Not one of the chatters! Why are you acting like one of the chatters?
Okay, hey man, I never knew you, but I just want to, for the record, I tried. But
What do you mean?
You're entering a lolcow path, man.
I'm not. I'm literally.
You gotta take jokes.
I'm literally just.
You gotta take shit on the chin and just keep moving, man.
You could have stayed on I thought I said stars. You could have stayed on cozy and avoided all of this. Honestly, sometimes, fairness to the Groypers, I think they're kind of better than some of the commentary people at this point. At this point, I'm starting to think that. I'm not gonna go like an RPG path and like go back. I don't like fucking care anymore.
Wait, so why did you?
I'm not gonna go on an RPG path. Do you guys sense the irony? Do you sense the irony?
I don't want to. If you don't want to talk about it.
No, okay. I say I streamed with Oh.
No. I don't mean. I'm not talking about that.
okay.
I'm talking about what is this VidCon house shit?
VidCon house shit. Yeah, so I was gonna go to VidCon, then I got into drama, then I got kicked out of the house I was gonna stay at. And
what'd you do?
The Courtney thing. It's like I don't care.
Wait, that's why you got kicked out?
Yeah. And it's like I don't care. It's like I want...
And it's Nick DeOrio's fault. The guy who didn't go to VidCon. The guy who wasn't consulted on his opinion to throw Michael out of the house. The guy who wasn't there in the calls. But he's still friends with Augie and Tom, I guess, from his perspective.
Is that true?
Yeah. I had a fantastic week with my girlfriend. What else could I ask for?
Oh, fuck.
Damn, man. Dude, DeOrio's fucking paying your bills right now.
Yes.
Shout out to the DeOrio.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So we'll cover the Zap Tie costume.
Because
if Groipers are so good, why are you afraid to stream on Cozy? Because I just don't want anything to do.
Because they think you're pathetic. That's why you can't stream on Cozy. Because they think you're pathetic. You have no one left.
With them. That's it. It's like, I don't... That's just it. It's just I don't want anything to do with them.
So, were you ever cool with DeOrio in the past?
No. At best, we were neutral.
A little bit. I think so. Not like...
Well, actually, I did say Merry Christmas Among Us to him that one time, so...
Like best friends or anything, but I would DM him sometimes.
Honestly, I believe that Alberto is lying just like Flamenco. It really is. That's what it is. Like, all these people have, like, the same lol cow gene, and it's crazy.
So something I just wonder, because this is a consistent pattern I see with people like Flamenco, is that, or Tipster, is that they're cool with people, and they turn a blind eye.
Oh, Michael Alberto was in the post leaks? Is that true? Was Michael Alberto in the post leaks? No, he wasn't. Was he? What was Michael talking about in the post leaks? I'm sure there'd be nothing interesting in there. Uh-oh. Why did Nick start playing the music again? Oh, why has it gotten slower? Whoa! What's that going on the screen right now? Kai isn't close with her, but I don't know. Kai is such a nice girl. I think they'd get together. Tom is lucky to be with her. Yeah, I think that would be fine. She's very beautiful and sweet. Yeah, I know. Michael was in those leaks. Yeah, he was.
To some of the shit that they do while they're friends with them and they're cool with them, but the minute that they start to get into some drama, or the minutes that they start to not be friends with that person anymore, that's when they use the same shit they turn the blind eye.
Dude, he's got that retard Riz. Yo, how much you want to bet when he's bragging about fucking his girlfriend 3 times? It's because he lasted 30 seconds. Because he lost his virginity at 20.
To attack the other person for. So I'm just wondering if that's what you're doing with DeOrio in this case, with the whole Zapdie situation, where if you were cool with him and you never brought up Zapdie back then because you turned a blind eye to it, now that he doesn't like you or you don't like him,
I wasn't that well.
You're now trying to use it.
I wasn't that well researched on the topic.
By the way, all right, Tom has an 800,000 view video who has come to the conclusion that Zapdie is not a pedophile. Okay, I don't think Zapdie is a pedophile. Augie doesn't think Zapdie is a pedophile. Bo Blacks doesn't think Zapdie is a pedophile. Majority of the viewers do not think Zapdie is a pedophile. These videos were very highly received. Okay, Technicals hates me. Does not think that Zapdie is a pedophile, by the way. All of these people have researched it. Nobody has come away thinking that Zapdie is a pedophile. Because people who get catfished when they're dating 5 fucking girls and have an IRL girlfriend where every other girl is over 18 are clearly not trying to fuck kids. I know it's a crazy concept, Michael, but you might just be wrong.
But since he disliked
Well,
you,
yeah,
then
well,
you
yeah.
became
Ever
well-researched
since, yeah, that he's been like saying all these things about me. People have been DMing me like, dude, look into this Zapdie thing.
The Elliot Roger Riz. Dude, motherfuckers got the Elliot Roger Riz.
Fit in.
Watch Technical's video. Look into this. Look into that. And I've been doing all this research.
Is the truth over? Truce over? Yeah, me and Tech talked about it recently.
And I'm like, somebody needs to make a video about this. So that's what I'm doing. So you guys can like try to like make it act like this whole video is just gonna be about, I don't know, like DeOrio making like a mean tweet about me or whatever. Like most of the video is just gonna be about Zaptai. Like,
most of the video is gonna be a schizophrenic delusion. Like most of the stuff you've been tweeting and most of the stuff you've been coping about since you wanted to bury this in Discord DMs 2 months ago.
Like all it's gonna be about. And I'm very confident with the script. I'm very confident with it. I think it's gonna be very what's the word I'm looking for? Very damning. I think it's gonna be a good video.
But here, real quick, I guess nothing else. What's the Zaptai thing?
Well, I don't want to get too much.
So this is the part of the stream. Wait, this is the best. This is one of my favorite parts. Lyrix doesn't know fucking anything about Ed. Like nothing about Ed, by the way, right? And then Michael starts talking to him and pushing back, and he starts pushing back, right? Like Lyrix. And then Michael claims that Google Drive stopped working and the servers won't update, so he can't access his script fast enough. I'm not kidding. This is insane.
Much into it. I just want to know
He's debating someone who knows nothing about the topic of his nearly completed video. And he's like, Meanwhile, I'm regurgitating shit that I said in a 2019 video on the subject, by the way. This guy's actively doing a script, and he's just like, Google Drive's not working! The servers went down!
What do you think about Zaptai?
I kind of gave my take on Twitter. To my knowledge, she was a 20-year-old trying to have sex with a 16-year-old who he thought was 16. Obviously, she was 14, but she lied about her age and told him she was 16. So if that's the case, I think as me being a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old, I think it's a sophomore in high school. I just think you have to be pretty desperate and antisocial and probably a little bit of a weirdo if you're if you actively know that you're interacting with a 16-year-old and like trying to fuck them. I think that's pretty I don't think I would want to associate if I knew that about someone. I don't know if I would want to associate.
There
with
we go.
Like
that's all I had to hear. That's all I had to hear.
By the way, that take that was just given by Lyrix right now. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on. The Unseen Zero. It's a Zero video, right? The Unseen, the Great Trial of Zero. Okay. Commentary double standard.
That Augie talked about that Tech made fun of. The comment the girl lived being 6.
Let me see.
However, none of these people are.
Where is the tipster? No. Okay, this one.
Played the victim.
Okay, this is a YouTuber who covered this situation, I shit you not, 2 weeks ago, okay? Literally retreaded this whole situation 2 weeks ago. Subscribe to Unseen. I'm subbed on my other channel, but I don't use my main as much right now.
Very double standard.
Now, I'm so glad the tech truce is completely clean and we're, like, on okay terms, because now I can actually show this in the video.
Zaptai coverage, mostly regarding legality. Now, I'm not going to speak to the legality of the situation because, quite frankly, I'm not going to play lawyer here and tell you that I know more about the law than I do.
Not the legal stuff. Where is the... Is it this part?
2 examples. The first one is a clip of Nick saying that the 19-year-old Kiwi sending a picture of his dick to a 16-year-old was bad because it's illegal, juxtaposed with a clip of Nick talking about the legality of the Zaptai situation in a more favorable light. Now, even ignoring how a huge part of Nick's video on Kiwis was about Kiwi's constant victim blaming his depression...
By the way, this video is going to debunk Michael's video, and it was made 2 weeks ago. I'm telling you right now, he's going to regurgitate all his talking points from Tech.
And obfuscating the truth...
So you should watch this now, because it is probably a heads-up display of what he's going to say.
And constantly trying to justify his relationship with the girl, Nick already clarified his opinion.
Criticism about the legally focused argument was very good. Yeah, I thought Unseen was very good there. That was a point that I agreed with.
The age gap in the Zaptai situation 1 year before this video in his Zaptai interview, where he calls it a point to criticize him on.
You thought she was 17, you find out that she's 16.
Correct.
And you continue the conversation. At this point, you were 19, and I believe at some point you turned 20.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that was just straight up fucking creepy and not alright. I have no qualm saying that.
Yeah, see, I see it as a point to criticize you on.
For sure.
I don't know if it's entirely a get the fuck out of the community. Get out of here, dude. That's fucked up, bro.
Mm.
At least not by today's standards.
While I think Nick should have been more clear about this in his original Zaptai videos, I don't think that this is enough evidence to show a real double.
Keep in mind, at the time of this being released, I think this was uploaded in 2020. So if this was an argument made in 2019, I would be more charitable to it. But again, like, I literally have Ed on video saying that what he did was fucking weird, and me saying it's criticizable. So that's literally, like, in fucking writing. That happened, okay?
About Zaptai.
Is that controversial?
Yes.
It is. Who thinks?
Apparently, that take is controversial.
It was. I remember. I remember briefly. He does.
DeOrio made a whole video like defending him and like justifying like his action.
That was a clip from my video.
I think I know. I remember it briefly, but
And I did make a video defending him because Zaptai is not a pedophile. There is nothing remotely pedophilic about Zaptai.
One of the text messages, fucking.
Well, oh wait. Hold on. He. I don't know if he defended his actions. Didn't he just defend him from like the false allegation where it's like what he did was still like pretty weird and fucked, but he defended him from something way worse.
And one of the text messages, Zaptai says like you're worth getting arrested for, and like DeOrio tried to like write that off as a joke, and he tried to compare it to the Slazo situation, which makes no sense because the difference between Slazo and Zaptai is Slazo didn't actually rape the girl and she like tried to use like a joke DM versus Zaptai did sex with a minor and he knew she was like 16 or whatever, but she was actually 14.
Oh.
Yes, this is like retard Riz. I 100% agree with with my argument made in the video. 100%. Because when Slazo went to say like it's rape time to his girlfriend when he was about to fuck her or whatever and texted that to her, he wasn't planning on raping her. And when Ed made that ridiculously stupid comment that he would never defend, by the way, in the current time, right? He wasn't gonna go fucking, like, rape a 12-year-old, Michael! He thought he was talking to a 17-year-old! Yeah! I think it was a shitty joke!
And DeOrio tried
Slazo. Yeah, Slazo did the rape time message was Slazo, but the worth getting arrested for was Ed.
DeOrio tried to write that off as a joke, and then he tried to also compare it to Slazo, which is not comparable at all.
I actually do remember that text message. I actually don't even know what to think of that. I don't think you can make a concrete claim.
Dude, Lyrix literally doesn't know anything about the situation, and he still gets it.
About that, I think that's so gray. I don't think like DeOrio can say that's a joke.
DeOrio did say it was a joke. That was like his,
yes, it was absolutely a joke. He didn't think he was going to be imminently arrested for talking to a girl he thought was 17 years old. To my knowledge, again, I made this video in 2019, but I'm pretty sure this is where we were at like the last the clarification message that's in all the descriptions. To my knowledge, the situation was Ed was talking to somebody who he had believed to be 17 years old, whilst he was talking to fucking 5 other girls, supposedly, who were all 18, including an IRL girlfriend he was cheating on, because he was talking to fucking anyone and everybody, alright? So he talked to this one girl because he thought she was 17 years old. So I initially thought it was 1916, it was actually 2017. So when her birthday comes and she's supposed to turn 18, because she was turning 18 in a couple of months, the interaction that I'm aware of is that, she goes, actually, Ed, I kind of have to come clean about something. I'm actually turning 17. Yeah. Ooh. And then Ed talked to her for like another, it's either between a week and a month. I can't possibly remember the time frame. And then they just stopped talking because it wasn't like a relationship. It was quite literally like one of those, oh, well, he stopped messaging me, so we just never talked again kind of relationships. He was talking to everybody. Right? So that was supposedly the interaction. He thought he was talking to a 17-year-old, found out that he catfished her when she was actually supposed to be 16. Then Ed finds out about all this blows up on the fucking internet, it's a huge fucking deal, and then Ed goes like, the suicide stuff happens or whatever, and then he's like in the hospital, whatever. He comes back and the whole internet finds out that she's supposedly actually 12. She told me that she was 14 at the time. That's what I'm aware of. Was that like the whole, and by the way, this is a girl that was posting her pictures like of herself publicly on Instagram and stuff like that. So everyone knew what she looked like, and it came as a shock to the entire community that she was 14 or 12 or whatever they said, but she was actually 14, but it came to the shock what like her actual age was. And that's the situation. So, no, I don't think that he's a fucking pedophile for any of that. That's, like, insane to me. Normally, people who get catfish aren't pedophiles. What happened? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the entire story. And the other thing is, like, while this was happening, I don't know if people remember this part, she also, like, catfished and supposedly sent nudes to Nick Cash at the same time. Like, I think she told Nick she was 17 or 18 when that happened. So she was, like, in multiple DMs and stuff catfishing people at this point. So yeah, that's it.
Out of it. Let's just kind of write it off as like a joke.
I think there's a big difference between the "it's rape time" Slazo versus the "you're worth getting arrested for."
Well, yeah. Well, the difference
because,
is
like the text like after, like that was like in the middle of sexting, right? Like the text after was doing that shit, right? Was like trying to sext with her.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I was reading chat. Can you repeat that?
Like, I think there's like a distinctual difference between the two, right? Where Zaptai
well,
was
yeah,
like
that's my point.
Zaptai
Zaptai was sexting with somebody he thought was 16, but she was actually 14, and he was a 20-year-old law student who's criticized other YouTubers such as Red Kiwis for doing this.
And Michael's argument is because he criticized Red Kiwis that he's like a pedophile by hypocrisy, which is like insane. That is like a schizophrenic argument.
Do the same exact thing. And where he says like it's up to the adult, like know the age and all this stuff. So the difference, so the weight, the text message holds so much different weight than Slazo's text message. It's like they're two different ball games. And DeOrio tries to like compare them and like write it off as that, and it's just not true. I mean, I have like a million of these like arguments I could make. Like I have like a whole script.
But to be fair, I think like to my knowledge, DeOrio, did he ever say like, what was his overall takeaway from like what Zaptai did? Was he like, this is still weird, and this is like, he would be fine with people who condemn him or say he's a fucking weirdo and wouldn't want to associate with him? Did he say some shit like that where he would think that's fine? Because that you...
Sorry,
Michael doesn't even know what I actually said, and he's making the video. That's why he keeps deflecting away from the point.
I was DMing somebody.
Because...
He's like begging, like, Zannyberries! Zannyberries, help me! I don't know what's going on!
I don't know if DeOrio like ever justified his actions, so to speak. He more was just correcting the record of like a really bad story and saying, you know what, this was kind of bad, but it wasn't.
Because before I made my video, everyone thought Zaptai fucking knowingly sexted a 12-year-old. There was absolutely a reason to explain what actually happened.
As bad, right? Wasn't that like the whole point
I'll
of the video?
have to fucking look for my
look at this
script. Hold on one
second. Look at this, bro.
Wasn't that like the whole point
I'll
of the video?
have to fucking look for my fucking script. Hold on one second. For whatever reason, it fucking won't load.
What?
Literally, like, Google Docs is like not working for me right now, so I can't pull up like the exact quote.
You're making the video.
I think it is a tough buy to justify that.
This guy doesn't know anything about the subject. Why are you scrambling, looking for your script? Who's writing it?
And I'm literally not lying to you right now. I'm literally not lying to you. That's the message Google's giving me right now when I'm trying to access my Google Docs. So I'll have to go through. I don't want to.
Academics, please respond.
I want to be kind of careful what I say. Obviously on the stream, I don't want to like misspeak. But
apparently.
I mean, he's in the chat if he wants to clarify. If he thinks I misspoke, he's free to clarify in the chat.
Apparently, just off of information I got, he interviewed Ed, who I think that's Senpai, I'm assuming, and he literally said in his actions are bad, and DeOrio,
the clip we just watched,
told him that they were criticizable. So that sounds like he wasn't justifying them, but instead.
But he was defending the text message.
Yes, I was. Because it was obviously not his attempt to be like, God, you're so worth getting arrested for. You're like a fucking 9-year-old. You're crazy.
That's like my point. It's like the text message thing. If he wants to clarify in the chat himself, he's free to do that.
Do you not see how that's...
Yeah, because you're just going for whatever looks optically bad because you just want to call me a pedo defender. You don't actually give a fuck about Ed. You don't actually give a fuck about Heather. The literally only reason you're talking about Zaptai at all is because you think I'm not going to respond to it publicly, and it gives you free reign to go around calling me a fucking pedo defender because you're really upset about the fucking VidCon stuff and the situation with Courtney, and I think that's really funny.
That's like a cherry-picked example though, where the broad point was just like saying he wasn't justifying it, but he's just saying like, hey, it wasn't as bad as like what people actually.
Then there's like
were
other
saying about him.
screenshots where it's like, or parts in the video where the girl's like asking like Zaftai, like, is it true that you saved photos of my nudes? And then
Michael, are you making the video, buddy? I'm just wondering. Chat, do you know what's wrong with that? Can chat figure out what's wrong with that?
Like asking like Zaftai, like, is it true that you saved photos of my nudes?
What story what are you researching, Michael? Because if you were researching the Zaptai story, you'd know that there were no nudes exchanged. So what are you talking about, Michael? What story is this?
There's like other screenshots where it's like, or parts in the video where the girl's like asking like Zaftai, like, is it true that you saved photos of my nudes? And then DeOrio's trying to like spin this thing into like, well, why would you ask that type of question? Like, that's a weird question to ask. It's almost like she's baiting him into saying it. And it's like, I don't think that's a weird question to ask at all.
I mean, I do, considering there were no nudes exchanged, Michael.
I don't know, there's just like a bunch of like weird parts of that video, which, you know, I'll explain in full detail, make sure the videos. I'm fact-checking the fuck out of this video.
He knows he fucked up. You could hear it in his voice. He knows he fucked up.
A video, which, you know, I'll explain in full detail, make sure the videos. I'm fact-checking the fuck out of this video. I don't think you realize how many people I like fact-checking this thing. I want this video to be perfect. And I don't think I've said anything false.
It's not going to be perfect if Zanny Berries and Gator are the only ones watching it, Michael.
On the stream. And, you know, I'm a good faith actor. So, you know, if I did
oh God, does anyone have a tipster laugh track? Does anyone have the tipster laugh track? Hold on, wait, we need a tipster laugh track. Wait, I'm sorry. Tipster is like the big kahuna when it comes to being a laugh track. Well, let me see this. Wait, hold on. Where's the server? That's the people aren't in right now. Hold on, wait.
Correct. I'm a good faith actor. So, you know, if I did misspeak, I will correct. But,
what are you doing up there?
Not you, Core. I'm fucking streaming.
You like DeOrio?
I just needed to play a sound effect.
Unlike DeOrio.
Oh.
Is DeOrio still here? He's probably just lurking.
I don't know, man. At the end of the day,
I'm here, Michael.
It's kind of a hard position to defend, I think, in good faith.
Guys, do we have any idea who the people are who are fact checking the video? Let me see. Where is it? Where's the fucking DM? I can't find the Austin No Powers. I heard it's gonna be lethal.
Dude,
did you ever hear that guy talk? He literally talks like the nerd emoji.
At the end of the day, I think you're gonna have a tough time with this video because I feel like you may have I think you may have one or two cherry-picked points where it's like DeOrio was defending this specific message.
It's like 12 pages.
It's
like
a 12-page long script. Oh,
it's like 12 pages long, dude.
Well, just from what I've gathered, just like talking to you or what I can assume.
Wait, I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to be careful.
Situation.
I'm trying to make sure everything is, you know, being careful.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I mean, given what I know about the broad context of what his takeaway was from the situation, is that, hey, his actions aren't justifiable. He was just defending him from something fucked up at the time that people were claiming he did. When he didn't actually do this, he did something else that still is criticizable, but at the end of the day, it wasn't fucking what people were claiming in 2017 or so. And I think you're just gonna have a tough buy trying to call him out on that because Nick DeOrio never even fucking said that it was justifiable. He's openly saying
I can't. My Google document isn't working right now, so I can't even like pull up any of like the fucking million.
And what I say,
want to hear something crazy? Wait, you want to hear something crazy? When I was making this video, somebody who hates Nicholas DeOrio so much sent me a 17-page document.
All right, so Michael is explaining this part to Lyrics as if this is like a fucking normal thing that somebody would do. And look at what Lyrics says, and just watch Michael's face. It's so good.
Somebody who hates Nicholas DeOrio so much sent me a 17-page document where it was nothing of like links of just like him like in quotes of him talking about like Zaptai, like the age of consent. Literally not joking. It was 17 pages. It was nothing but that. It was insane.
Dude, it sounds like that's the route you're going down. It sounds like that's gonna be your 2 months. Like that's.
He has no idea. He went like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "Oh, Is that not like an amicable thing that normal people do?
That fucking schizo who's obsessed with DeOrio, dude. I mean, you see people do this shit with him. And like other people who just like get obsessed with these random
Well, it
people
just shows
because
like
someone just
contradictions and
disliked
stuff. It was
them
real.
once.
It was really. I didn't even get to go through all of it. It was so fucking long.
He's insane, dude.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
It was really. It was really.
Someone said it's technicals.
I can't say who it is, but
that would be funny as fuck. I could see that too. But
a lot of small DeOrio A logs. A lot of people who knew him from back like 5 years ago. A lot of people have been sending me stuff to put
Who did he talk to? Illuminati?
in this video. It's gonna be
okay.
interesting.
Who did I even know 5 years ago?
Give me this though. So, what's gonna be your main message of the video that you're gonna like say in the conclusion? Like, what is your main point about DeOrio?
You have to just see the video. I mean, obviously it's not fully done yet. I think it's mostly done. I think it's mostly done at this point.
You don't have like a conclusion about DeOrio though that you're trying to like.
I have an overall point.
Dude. Michael just tweeted that the video is co-written by Jesse from Pod Awful. Oh my god. He's like, are you suicidal? Are you okay? Are you fucking crazy? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you like, you're insane, bro. I don't know. I hope he's trolling because I don't know.
Overall point is that he sucks. That is the overall point of the overall point of the video.
Well, yeah, but like he sucks for like this route. So it's like Jalen sucks for.
Well, yeah, it's like he's like a liar.
What's that?
He's defended questionable people. It's like it's like I don't know.
It's just literally he's going into Lolcow County just to pick up another one. Like, hey, do you hate Nick DeOrio? Get in the van.
Not fully done yet. I don't want to speak too much on it. You know, Steve, I am confident in the position. I just don't want to say something that's gonna be clipped and like used against me. Because I know like he's already clipping it right now.
Michael, if you didn't want to be clipped and people make fun of you online, I would have turned the stream off. What is this? 2 hours, 29 minutes, and 52 seconds ago, buddy.
So
this is crazy.
Tonkasaw hasn't. That'd be so funny if Tonkasaw reached out to me to give me shit on DeOrio. But that would be. I would be down for that. Somebody tell Tonkasaw to hit me up. If he has like an old clip he wants me to put in the. I am actually gonna use a Tonkasaw clip in the video.
I just think
I am gonna use a Tonkasaw clip in the video.
The motivation for where the video is coming from is pretty cringe, probably.
Michael's conclusion. It's gonna be the other way around, Nicholas. It's gonna be the other way around. It's gonna be the other way around. That's how I was in my group. I'm like, I've already won the drama. It's like the script is like, it's so good.
Oh my god.
So good. Would you call DeOrio right now? What are we gonna? If he wants to call,
this guy he's lost. He's actually lost. I don't know, man. That's the drama. If you guys want to watch this, it's on Michael's not Cozy. You can't stream there. My bad. It's on his Odyssey. There's a lot more stuff in here. He does a lot of stuff with Tipster too that we talked about earlier. There's this whole section. I don't think we listened to anything in here, and we saw all the flamenco stuff and most of the lyric stuff. So, yeah, 1 hour in and out stream, boys. We did it. Only it took 2.5, but I mean, who cares? We had fun. Let me pull up the donos. That's pretty much gonna be the run for the day, boys. So, why does it keep getting slower every time I play it? What do you guys think? You ready for this big Michael exposed video? You ready? You think we can weather the storm? Am I in his intro right now, chat? No, I'm not, because it's actually copyrighted music, so we aren't. Chat! Thank you to everybody who donated tonight. Dwinny saying 60 bits to say Michael L. We got a bunch of new followers. We got Mike the Bike with 500 bits. Hope everyone had a great day. Tipster parody this weekend. And there's a Nick DeOrio parody in the works. I hope Michael commissioned it. 13 bits from MyFlock69. Resubscription from Just Plants. Down Syndrome 6. Really wild and damn. Dinwitty gave another 100 bits. Please keep the stream up. Oh, it always will. It deletes after 2 months or something. But by that point, it'll be on the VOD channel. You can find that at youtube.com/NickDeOrio. Soldier Boy's Baby Daddy with 100 bits. Best stream for the lawn mowing ever. Lol. I don't know if that means we're going after a lot of people from down south, but I think that would be disavowed. Mike the Bike with 45 bits. Merry Christmas, Nick. Now we're best friends. Maybe Optimal resubscribed for 1 month. Tier 1. They've been subscribed for 4 months. Take my money, Nicholas Fat Ass DeOrio. Thank you, motherfucker. G's Danish with 100 bits. Happy birthday, Augie. Mike the Bike, 200 bits. I thought I would be tired of Tipster, but after covering him for like 8 hours, turns out this crow has a lot of lols. A cow has a lot of lols. I fucked that up. DJ Screwdriver with a prime. Thank you so much. Shout out to the Unseen Zero video. I thought it was pretty solid. Caitlin, 47. Yo, Tip is peak cringe now. True. Jack the Knight with a lol. He resubscribed with a prime. Beast Ghost Gonzo, a stream. Thank Christ. And we had a Hype Train, King of Sorrow. Remember when these things were like 20 months ago? Or where things were 20 months ago? Crazy to look back. Fishing Fries, resubscribed with a prime. Middle Age of Wins. I don't know how to say your name. My apologies. A Buzzsaw. Oh shit! Gave me a nice resubscription out of Tier 1. They've been here for 22 months. And I think that is the end, plus like the last one we just got. Unseen gave a community sub out. Thank you so much, Unseen. Shout out to you and your video. Oh man, I had a good time today. It was A-Log 911. It was the Nicholas DeOrio Coke. Might have been the Coke community looking at Michael's eyes. But it was the Nick DeOrio Cope Fest season number 2. All right, we had the Apocalypse of Cope stream this time. Honestly, Smaggle Daggle. No, Smaggle shouldn't be involved. Don't call Smaggle that. Jalen, Flamenco, Michael, and Salvo should start a podcast. Okay, I think they should start a podcast. Once Michael stops feasing out, I'm gone. Good night.